Welcome into Red Bank, Tennessee, this side of this TWA Class 3A sectional round baseball matchup. It's game one of a best-of-3 series between the visiting Upperman Bees and the hosting Red Bank Lions. I'm Noah McKay on the call here on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network. Joining the press box from our broadcast partner, Jacob Vincent. Jeff Petey Goolsby handling the stats for us to our right. It is a best-of-3 series. Game one today, game two, and a potential game three tomorrow as the Bees look to make their third trip to the state tournament in their past 4 seasons. Red Bank trying to get back for the first time in 13 years. A lot of excitement in this ballpark today as Red Bank is also making its first sub-state appearance since 2012. The Bees trying to quiet down some of that momentum here in game one of 3.
A storied program here on the road at Red Bank, a team that's trying to become one of those storied programs. And under head coach Matt Roberson, they've been doing a great job, and he has really brought this program from the ashes. A team just 3 years ago, only 6 wins under their belt. They have turned it around, hosting a sub-state round against one of the top teams in the state in the Upperman Bees. And this Red Bank team, 22-17, 4 wins in a row. They're playing some good baseball right now.
They are playing good baseball. They get the home sub-state series by nature of their Region 3 3A championship with a 6-4 victory over South Doyle. They won their regular season district title. They won their region championship as well. So Red Bank feels very confident, but they do have a powerhouse here as their opponents in the form of the Upperman Bees. A 24-11 record, 23-4 since the end of basketball season where the Bees won a state championship. They've been rolling on the baseball diamond as well. Little blip, one loss to the Tullahoma Wildcats, the defending Class 3A state champions, 2-1 in Baxter in the Region 4 3A championship game. Turned around, beat Lawrence County in that dramatic win to round it out, and they've got one of their 3, now 4, monsters on the mound in the form of Julian Yano.
Yeah, it's always nice, and we've talked about it all season long. They've got a 3-headed monster on the mound that they can go to, and Juju Yano and Alec Wilson have been 1 and 2 all season long. Obviously, Chris Worsing has kind of come on late and kind of cemented himself as maybe a 1C in that lineup as well, as he has thrown it really well. But the 2 seniors in Yano and Wilson have been absolutely tremendous. Yano throughout the season has come up in some big-time moments. You go back to that station camp game on the road. He was perfect to start that game, dealt with a little bit of adversity, able to get through those and able to make some nice pitches to finish it out and go 7 innings in the contest. And here in the second half of the season, both him and Alec Wilson have just kind of had that edge, and they have thrown it really well in these big-time games.
Live on the main UCR Facebook page, YouTube channel, and the NFHS Network. We welcome you in wherever you're watching from. Let us know in the comments section who you are, where you're watching from, and who you're cheering for in this ball game. Hit that thumbs up button, follow, and subscribe wherever you are tuning in. Moments away from first pitch. It's going to be very interesting to see the start of this ball game tonight. Jacob, Red Bank, their first sub-state game in well over a decade. Upperman, they had that bad taste in their mouth last year, went to Signal Mountain, fell first time for this senior group, losing in the sub-state round. They lost game 1 a year ago. Early on, both these teams try to calm the nerves and play good baseball. The Bees, as the road team, get the bats first. They feel good with Justin Fallon leading off. On the other side, Red Bank looking for a really good outing on the mound out of Sean Bruni.
Yeah, and Bruni's been solid this season, a 4-5 record, a 3.90 ERA, and had a little bit of a blip in his last outing against South Doyle, but overall this season has been really solid, a batting average against of 235, and then you look at the strikeouts as well, the 43 strikeouts and just a few walks combined with those. So he's been solid so far this year, and obviously they'll have Alvarez available for a game tomorrow, if not even to close out this one today, and possibly in relief if they need him. So it should be a fun series, and 2 teams that have a good amount of pitching on both sides, and we'll see how the coaches decide to use them.
One more thing to watch in this one, Red Bank, one of the most aggressive base-stealing teams in the classification. They get on, they're looking to move around the Bees. They've got rookie Allison behind the dish. He wants to show off the laser. Going to have some opportunities today with these Lions on the base pass. We talked to Wes Shanks about all those things just a few minutes ago. We'll hear from the head coach for the Bees and come back with first pitch. It's game 1 of the sub-state series when we return. Moments away from first pitch here at Red Bank, game 1 of a best-of-3 series, trip to the state tournament on the line, joined by Upperman head coach Wes Shanks. Coach, team no stranger into this round. You've been here. It's the best-of-3 format. What's the mentality as you get ready for game 1 here today?
You know, this is about the 4th season of the region format, where it's a modified 4-team double elimination that feeds into that best-of-3 game series. And I'm a fan of it. You know, it seems to be a true baseball tournament. It allows for pitchers to have a good outing, and it rewards teams that are successful. and it also gives teams a one-game reset to allow themselves to advance. And, that's what we did. We had a good outing against Tullahoma, but they had our number, a very tough team opponent, and we got to fight through to advance, and here we are. Now you go to that best of 3-game series, and you got to win 2. First team to win 2 advances, and so that's a true baseball format. Each team here has 3 starting pitchers. We know we're going to see them all. It's a matter of when. And we've both had plenty of opportunities to do team scouting. They know exactly what we got. They've got the benefit of the UCR team, spreading the joy of Upperman baseball throughout the Upper Cumberland and the state of Tennessee. And we've done our homework on them, and we know what they got. And at this point in the ball game, like I was telling Coach on the way up here, there's not a whole lot that we do as this coaching staff at this point. All I try to do is make sure they slept enough, they got enough food in their bellies, and we show up on time. Everything else they've prepared for all season long. If you can't get somebody up for a sectional series to try to advance to the state tournament, there's something wrong with them, and I promise you, after watching the region tournaments, this team's not going to have a problem.
And it's a Red Bank team that's very aggressive on the base paths. They're looking to steal every time they get on. What do you have to see out of your catcher, obviously, and rookie Allison, your infield, as you try to defend against that?
Well, normally in this situation, I've got a catcher in rookie Allison, and has for 4 years. He's tried to bait guys into running, and so now he's got to be prepared for these guys going to challenge him. Typically, teams like to challenge rookie early on, and once you slow that down, it becomes an asset for us to have him back there. However, I don't see this team slowing down after 1 or 2 attempts. They're going to continue to put the pressure on them, and that's if they get on base. We've got a pitching staff that's some strikeout-heavy kind of guys. Again, we've done our homework on how they like to hit the ball, and ball's going to be put in play. We're going to have to be sound defensively. We do that. We're going to put our best foot forward with Julian Lano here in Game 1. And again, the team that has the best pitching and the best fielding, it was some timely hits, as a team that's going to win this ball game.
Coach, good luck tonight. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman Athletics on UCR. Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer with a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR. Discover this stylish and modern 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home with an open split bedroom floor plan designed for comfort and convenience. With 3,318 square feet under one roof, plus a bonus room over the garage and 1,400 square foot basement. Located in the Brookstone subdivision, this home is just minutes from Cookeville. The builder is also offering up to 3% in closing cost assistance. Call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145.
What if opportunity was all in a day's work?
We find new ways to make vacation dreams a reality. And that inspires me to do my best work every single day.
What if you can make a real impact in people's lives with a team that cares?
What I do matters, not just for guests, but for my team. We rely on each other each and every day.
What if your work inspired fun and moved people?
We put the world on vacation. Our job is to make people happy. Inspiring travelers around the world to live their best lives never stops being fulfilling.
At Travel and Leisure, what if can be what is. Stop wondering. Join the travel movement and start a career where memories start with you.
Looking for weekend lunch and dinner plans? Since 1971, Nick's Restaurant has been locally owned and operated. From mouth-watering prime rib to delectable ice cream pie, Nick's has it all. Their cozy atmosphere and great service will make you feel right at home. Plus, their banquet space is perfect for any event. Visit them at 895 South Jefferson Avenue or online at nickscookville.com. Nick's Restaurant is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Proudly introducing Upper Cumberland Generators for all your home power solutions. Locally owned and operated, Upper Cumberland Generators are here to make sure you have peace of mind no matter the situation. With new and reliable generators. Call 931-265-1702 for more information or to order yours today. Upper Cumberland Generators is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Turfmasters Landscape Management has been serving the Upper Cumberland since 1996. They offer a variety of services, including lawn maintenance, landscape design and installation, landscape lighting, irrigation systems, and more. For more information, contact Matt Wilson at 931-261-1587 today. Turfmasters Landscape Management is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. The Real Estate Collective is a team of experienced, licensed real estate agents serving the entire Upper Cumberland region. Whether you are looking to buy or sell, the RICO team is ready to serve you. With a focus on people over profits, you can rest assured the Real Estate Collective can help make your real estate dreams a reality. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Moments away from first pitch at Red Bank High School. It's the Class 3A sectional round, best of three series. This is game number 1 as the Red Bank Lions host the Upperman Bees. I'm Noah McKay, joined by Jacob Vincent. Happy to be along with you this evening, wherever you're watching, as two great teams are set to face off for a trip to the Spring Fling. On the mound today for the Red Bank Lions is the pitcher, Sean Bruni. He's going to face an Upperman lineup that bats 1 through 9 like this against the right-hander. Leading things off is the Tennessee Tech signee, the center fielder, Justin Fallon. Batting second, the sophomore, Chris Worsing. Batting third is the first baseman, Alec Wilson. Batting cleanup is the catcher, rookie Allison. Batting fifth, the third baseman, Carson Shoup. The pitcher today is Juju Yano. He bats sixth. The second baseman, Braden Green, bats seventh. Behind him is the right fielder, Carson Holroyd. And the secondary leadoff man for the Bees is the left fielder, Evan Huddleston. You mentioned his stats, Jacob, before he went to the break there in pregame for Bruni on the season. A 4-5 overall record and 13 appearances. He's got a 3.90 earned run average, 52 innings pitched. He's allowed 53 hits, 43 runs, only 29 earned, 47 strikeouts to 23 walks. The Bees would love to come on the road and get an early lead against him and put some pressure on the Red Bank pitching staff. Game 1, you win, you're in a great spot. You only have to win 1 out of 2 tomorrow. If you lose this one, you got to win 2. To stave off elimination, the Bees made no secret about it. They have their sights set on their second state championship in 4 years. Going to have to take the scenic route to do it here on the road against the Red Bank Lions.
And you said it. You got to get off to a good start, especially here on the road. You mentioned it. It's the first sub-state round since 2012 here in this ballpark at Red Bank. So there are a ton of fans on hand from Red Bank. Obviously, Baxter has made the trip as well. So if you can get a run or two across, especially in the first couple of innings, kind of set the tone a little bit, and then see what Juju Yano can do on the other side.
As Petey told us, Justin Fallon went back to the leadoff spot and was raking. A 500 average in the region tournament. The double, 4 hits. This is a tough park to get it out of. It plays very large. He definitely has the home run power, though, on the season. He now is at 100% after batting that hammy once and then a second time, but he's been kicking it in center, and he's back in his leadoff spot tonight.
When you mentioned the big park, pretty long down the line. Center field a little bit shorter, about 355 or so. The wind was blowing in when we got here, has since shifted across, blowing right to left, but it's definitely going to be hurting a little bit today. Game
1 in a best of 3. The Bees, the road team, up in the top half. We're glad to be along with you this evening. Settle in and enjoy a great game of high school baseball. First pitch of the ball game, Fallon sends this one in center field. That is well struck. Back in center, backpedaling off the glove and down. Fallon churning for 2 and will pull in safely. We'll see how Petey rules that one on our right. It's going to be a Rico double for Justin Fallon. He gives a little shoulder shrug. He got a hold of that one into center.
And we just talked about it, swinging early on, trying to get off to a good start. That one just kept on traveling. Center fielder had a pretty good jump on it, just unable to get back there in time, kind of get camped out underneath it. That last little readjustment may have thrown him off.
Yeah, may have surprised Davis just a little bit because it kept going. We know that pop off the bat of Fallon can trick you. It tricks the broadcaster sometime, and it tipped off the glove. Here's the ever-dangerous sophomore Chris Worsing, batting .395. He's been Mr. Consistency all season long. And now Bruni goes out of the stretch. That is a very good breaking ball, but it misses just a little bit in for ball 1.
And so we've seen, obviously, that one elevated fastball early on, comes back with a breaking ball, and you said it, moves quite a bit.
Yeah, that was way up and then fell off the table. A nice pitch. Worsing laid off. Worsing had probably the best AB of the region tournament against Stone Memorial. He will send this one on the ground in the hot corner. Grab cleanly at third. Throw a little bit off, but stepping back to get to the bag is the first baseman for Red Bank. A nice adjustment by Braden Stoltz, and they get out number one.
Yeah, that's an important play. Get that first down. Keep that runner in scoring position just right there at second base. And trying to keep him right there the rest of the inning for Red Bank.
It's a good job by Stoltz because the throw kind of drug that foot, but he get that stab motion back to get it. Here comes the Carson Newman signee, Alec Wilson. He's going to get the ball tomorrow in the first game for the Bees. If they play three, he could get it in the second as well. Their ace is the first baseman today, batting .313 on the campaign. And he watches the first pitch bounce in. A nice block behind the plate. Not a huge backstop, probably just over half the size of the one in Baxter here. Red Bank foul territory, not expansive either, but it is a deep ballpark within the white lines. Brasino behind the dish now, tasked with catching the balls and strikes with a very speedy Fallon, bouncing around at second. A couple of glances back. Wilson awaits, and he'll call time.
Some noise coming from the dugout.
Yeah, a little bit, and the umpire cuts them off. Every umpire has a different tolerance for it. We've seen it. A lot of times it's just, hey, you can't address the pitcher. 0-1 to Wilson. He ropes this one on the ground, long way for Alvarez at short. He fields cleanly, long throw, and he makes it. He's their number one on the mound, and that is a great play in the infield for Anier Alvarez for out number two.
Yeah, and good job by Justin Fallon as well. Running on contact, he did get up to third base, so Alec Wilson does a job, moves the runner in up to third base, 90 feet away. We'll see if Rookie Allison can put one in the outfield to try to drive him home.
It's a great throw. He had time to make it and able to throw it on a rope over to first in time for out number two. Here's Rookie Allison trying not to let that leadoff double go to waste. First pitch, that one bounces in. Another good block by Brasino. Ball one. Rookie Allison, he's really started to tick it up. Batting .274. He was sub .250 for the majority of the season, but since moving up the lineup, the bat's coming around for the senior. Claps coming from the grandstands as Allison rolls this one weakly foul, and it'll be 1-1. So Sean Bruni on the mound. Mentioned it was a little bit of a tough go for him in that championship game against South Doyle, but then Alvarez came on and pitched really well. Other than that, he's been pretty good throughout the season. Only thing that kind of jumped out, a lot of stolen bases against him. But a 3.9 ERA, that'll get it done every time out. The 1-1 coming to Rookie Allison. There's that big breaking ball, and it drops in for strike two.
And you said it. We saw it a little bit early on. That one he started into the perfect spot. Kind of top part of the zone, drops right into the middle. Rookie now looking for that one.
Red Bank trying to strand Fallon at third and give their bats a chance to take the first lead. Here comes the 1-2. Breaking ball again, swung on and missed, and a good job by Sean Bruni on the mound for the Lions. Juju Yano will look to match when he goes to the mound when we come back. This is the Class 3A sectional presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate, quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine Team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Tee Up is the Upper Cumberland's brand new indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. You want to know how you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. We're scoreless as we head to the bottom of one. Julian Yano on the mound for Juju. He's been really good all season, particularly since they entered district play. He's been dominant. The right-handed senior going to Roane State with a 2.03 ERA. He's 7-3, 11 appearances. This is start number 12 now. 5 complete games for Yano. 62 innings pitched, 77 strikeouts to 16 walks. He's allowed 24 runs, 18 of them earned on 48 hits with opponents hitting .210 against Juju Yano.
Yeah, and his last outing was that first game in the region tournament against Tullahoma. Really good outing in the 2-1 loss. 7 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 1 walk and 7 strikeouts. Of course, for Yano, he'll be about in the mid-80s with the fastball. He's a little bit lower in velocity to start out the game, ramps it up, and then you saw the breaking ball across there. It can drop it down into the lower 60s. So about a 20-mile-per-hour difference, 17 to 20-mile-an-hour difference from fastball to breaking ball.
1 through 9 for the Lions. Tramel Davis leads it off. He'll be followed by Anya Alvarez. Jack Barkaloo bats third. Sean Bruni batting cleanup. He's the pitcher today. He'll be followed up by Andre Brasino. Batting sixth is the first baseman, Braden Stoltz. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, Tavion Bonds. Batting eighth, the third baseman, Hayden Nam. And rounding out the order today for Red Bank is DJ Wilbur. The Bees got a runner in second with nobody out as Fallon led it off with a double, but unable to capitalize. A couple of ground outs and a punch out. Juju Yano will look to make quick work of a very good top half of this Red Bank order. And Davis will try and send this crowd into a frenzy with a leadoff hit.
And Carson Shoup with the lefty at the plate, playing way in on the grass as well.
First pitch swinging, that one fouled back from Yano. In the field today for the Bees, rookie Allison catches the balls and strikes. Alec Wilson's at first, Braden Green at second, Chris Worsing's at short, Carson Shoup is at third. Comes the 0-1 from Juju. Rips that slider across, called a ball. Evan Huddleston's in left, Carson Holroyd in right, and Justin Fallon quarterback center for the Bees. Upperman in their black jerseys, white pants, the gold-lettered Bees across the chest. 1-1, fastball. That one dots up the inside corner. Really good pitch into Davis, who thought it was ball 2. Instead, it's 1-2.
It was a similar spot as that last breaking ball. That one just kind of started right there, stayed right there, and then, of course, Yano, his kind of tails back a little bit.
1-2, there's the slider, and that time flicked down to foul territory. We'll do it again. The Bees, it's all about the arms for them. Their top four, Yano, Wilson, Worsing, and Fallon. They feel like that gives them the depth to get through any three-game series. Here comes the 1-2 fastball. That one a little bit into Davis. And he kind of tiptoes back, wasn't sure, and it's 2-2.
I didn't know if he was expecting breaking ball. Got the fastball that time and just got out of the way.
The 2-2 from Yano. This one sent into right field, and that's a great AB to lead it off for Davis. And now we'll see these speedy Lions who love to try and take extra bags. It's a runner at first with nobody out.
That's a really good job, especially you get 2 strikes on you. Yano, a big strikeout guy. He's normally able to put you away, not able to do it that time. And Red Bank able to strike early on in the bottom part of the inning.
77 punch-outs in 62 innings for Yano. He'll go out of the stretch. We mentioned it. This is a Red Bank team. They're all over the base paths. Rookie Allison catches runner stealing all the time. It's going to be tough in this series against this team. We'll see how aggressive they are early. A huge lead for Davis. Yano has a really good pickoff move as well for a right-hander. Runner stays. That fastball. Close but no cigar. And Yano wants to know where it is. Home plate umpire says inside for ball 1.
It's been consistent early on, and you've got to be in the zone. You might get that outer edge just barely, but not much after.
Bees made no secret about it. They felt like they got squeezed last year at Signal Mountain. And that's one of the reasons they wanted to host so bad. Runner goes. Rookie Allison throws down. Cooked by a country mile. Rookie Allison shows off the cannon on the right arm in their own state sign. He puts out number 1 on the board.
Yeah, we said it. We thought that was going to be a big matchup coming into this. You just said it. Red Bank likes to run. Rookie Allison shows off the gun and able to get him at second base and take a runner off the base path.
Pitch missed for 2-0. Westshank said it pregame. You heard him. He said most teams try it on Rookie once or twice and then they stop. He doesn't expect Red Bank to. That was close. 3-0. He says outside. He said they're going to run this entire series. They need the defense to be ready for it. Now the base is empty. A 3-0 count to Alvarez. And that one misses outside, ball 4. And the first 2 men have reached for Red Bank, but it's still 1 out. Here comes the 3-hole hitter, Jack Barkaloo.
Oh, and how big was throwing him out at second base now, especially after the 4-pitch walk. And you're able to get that first down. Now just a runner on first instead of first and second.
And no bad misses for Yano in that AB. He was inside, a little bit in, really close with that one on the outside corner. Wasn't able to get it. Ball 4, and now more speed. Alvarez, we saw his range at short in the top half. You're going to see him on the mound at some point in this series. Quite a bit in this series. Yano changes up the tempo. That slider dips away, and Juju's trying to find the zone here at 1-0.
Yeah, he's missed on that outside part of the plate. He's trying to hit that outside corner, just hadn't been able to bring it in enough.
Mentioned the top half, very explosive for Red Bank. And there is a throw over, pretty good one back in time. Little hidden ball trick for Alec Wilson, doesn't get him. Worth a shot. Alvarez Alvarez takes his lead over at first. It's a healthy one. Stays put. That one, get out of the way, and this is going to allow a runner into scoring position on the wild pitch, and I wonder if you may see Dalton Dronbarger at some point. Yano got a little bit wild here at 2-0.
And then you said it. He's been trying to hit that outside part, goes inside that time over the head of Barkaloo, and he's able to dive out of the way. And it's been 6 straight balls now from Juju Yano.
Yeah, and Barkaloo had to get out of the way of that one. That was not going to feel good if it caught him. Now runner in scoring position for Red Bank as they try to break a scoreless tie. 2-0, the great bounce-back slider in there at 2-1.
It's been the fastball they hadn't been able to pinpoint. Goes back to the breaking ball and able to get it across for the strike. We'll see if that settles him in.
Bruni on deck next. Runner at second, Alvarez. He walked and then moved over on the wild pitch. The 2-1. That fastball flicked up into the air. That's trouble. Angling down, and it will drop. Wilson is to it. Alvarez heading home. He's going to score. And a little bloop for an RBI single, and Red Bank takes a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, that's a heck of a job running from second base hard the whole time, realizing it's going to be a tough play on the blooper out to right. Didn't hesitate whatsoever, took advantage, and able to get that first run across.
So Red Bank keeps the crowd in it here, engaged. They're looking for more, only one out. And the top 3 batters have each reached, and it is, as you saw Wilson kind of tripping out there. It's very wet. They cut the grass. It's, of course, everyone knows it's been raining a ton here recently. And there was no chance to get Alvarez anyway. His time is called, and Yano wants a new baseball. But it's got anything down those right field and left field lines, it's going to be a hairy situation for outfielders, and that time Alec Wilson going back from first.
Yeah, a little bit more shallow there in right field like we saw there in left field. You get a little bit deeper, but right on that line.
Another big lead. Barkaloo has a ton of stolen bases this year. Stays put for now. It's a great fastball for strike 1 into Bruni.
That's what Yano needs right now. Needs to be able to get ahead in these counts, try to get to that put-away pitch on 0-2, 1-2, and get a big second out.
The runner goes, the 0-1 fouled back, and we'll do it again at 0-2, and that'll be a little jog back for Barkaloo. And for Yano, he's trying to find the zone. He's at 17 pitches. 18 pitches, just 10 of them strikes so far. I don't know why Petey's that screen is way smaller than it usually is, but if we can make that a little bigger. 16 pitches make it. Thank you, Young. We need 2 stat keepers. And now a throw over again. Barkaloo dives back in safely. And that's the pressure Red Bank puts on you on the base paths. Yeah. They're in your head. That's what they're trying to do. Seen rookie Allison already catch 1 runner. It's an 0-2 count to Bruni. This one sent up into the air in center. Should be no problem for Fallon. He tracks it in center and makes the catch for out number 2.
And so you get that important second out. You still got the runner at first, but now you can just focus on the batter at the plate. And you just said it. It's big because you can kind of let him jump around a little bit over there at first. And if they want to take off, you still got rookie Allison behind the plate.
Shoop, Yano, and Crane do up for the Bees in the second. They want to come up with it 1-0. Brasino going to try and do something other than that as he climbs in for his first appearance against Juju Yano. Red Bank has the start they're looking for, but they love a little bit more. And again, a step off, and Barkaloo, big leads for all these lines in the top half. So exactly what you expected. Wes Shanks said it. Long look as Yano's trying to change up the timing. There he goes, another hit and run. This one in foul territory, long way for Holroyd, and it'll go out of play. Strike 1.
And you said it, Barkaloo trying to time him up. Yano doing a good job, not going to that same timing every time. Just keep him off balance just a little bit.
Yano got the start last year at Signal Mountain Sub-State, and he pitched really well in that game 1. Runner goes again. There's the slider in there for strike 2. Another throw down, another tag in time. Rookie Allison, 2 for 2, catching the Lions on the base paths. And we will head to the second. Red Bank strikes for 1. It's 1-0. This is the Class 3A sectional round, game number 1, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Are you looking for the best dining experience in the Upper Cumberland? Visit Fire and Vine in Cookeville's historic West Side. Fire and Vine offers great service and a unique menu, including mouth-watering deep dish pizza, delectable beef, chicken, fish, and more. Take in stunning views from the rooftop while enjoying your meal. Come and experience the charm and flavor of Fire and Vine, your new favorite spot for a memorable dining experience. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Carson Shoup, Juju Yano, Braden Green. 5-6-7 due up for the Bees. Sean Bruni on the other side. He's got a 1-0 lead. Could have been worse for the Bees. The Lions all over the base paths, but rookie Allison did what he's done his entire career. Catches 2 runners, stealing in inning number 1, and keeps it at 1-0.
Well, we were looking at the stats coming into this game, and the big thing that stands out, Red Bank likes to get stolen bases. They're going to be aggressive on the base path, and they showed that early on, and rookie Allison lived up to the test in each of the 2 times, throwing out a couple of runners. Otherwise, it could have been a bigger inning for Red Bank, still able to get that 1 run across because of that aggressive base running.
You got to credit the do-it-all shortstop today, Chris Worsing. 2 really good tags as well. Wasn't like they were bad jumps from first, and that's good baseball. It's exactly what you expect to see in the sub-state round in Class 3A. All the bad teams are at the crib and have been for a couple of weeks. These are going to be good baseball games from here on out. Monica's watching, cheering on the Bees, as is Jim, Angie, Martha as well. Appreciate everybody tuning in today. Carson Shoup climbs in, batting .291 on the campaign with 19 RBIs. Rooney worked well in that first inning. Early contact from Fallon on pitch number 1. That one misses a little bit low. It's been a tight zone both ways, so both pitchers going to have to throw well to be able to get punch-outs.
Yeah, you're going to have to catch a good amount of that zone if you're going to go on the outside corners, and it's been consistent early on. That's all you ask for.
Could be an offense's best friend. Here's the 0-1. And that time he's able to dot it up a little bit higher, 1-1. Shoup at the plate, Yano behind him. That's a pretty good 1-2 for the Bees. And they'll head to the bottom half, and that's been the difference for Upperman. The 1-1, that one, Shoup able to lay off as it falls down. 2-1, and 7-8-9, especially Holroyd and Huddleston really did a great job to get them into this tournament with their play in the region tournament.
It did, 7-8-9, and Holroyd and Huddleston back-to-back, multiple hits, especially against Lawrence County in that ball game. Stone Memorial as well in those 2.
The 2-1 to Shoup. There's that big looper, misses outside for a ball, 3-1. Great crowd on hand. Red Bank was expecting it, and they have shown up. Credit to them. In droves, the faithful from Baxter have traveled as well.
Appreciate them for accommodating us
100%,
as well.
Tremendous vantage point as you see. 3-1 fastball, big swing and a miss as Shoup was looking to park one back in the campus of the school, and it's a full count at 3-2. See if that locks Bruni in.
Well, and the velocity for Bruni right at about 75 on that fastball. And then we've seen that breaking ball as well, kind of that big looper coming in.
Shoup, after that big swing and a miss, takes a breath and steps out. Big payoff pitch coming here. Sean Bruni trying to get another out. The 3-2 fastball, this one weakly rolled. Bruni able to grab it with the bare hand. Flips over to first in time for out number 1.
That's a nice play right back to him. Again, like you said, had to barehand it as it kind of bounced off of him awkwardly. Still able to get the out over at first.
Here's Julian Yano. He's been the most clutch hitter in the order this season. A .307 average. He's got 25 runs batted in. On base over 40% of the time as he climbs in here for his first AB against Bruni. He's throwing well. Fallon able to connect with the first pitch. Since then, 4 straight Bs sat down. First pitch swinging for Yano. This one up into the air. No chance in right despite the look as it gets out of here for strike 1.
We talked about how big an early start would be for either side. Red Bank obviously gets that 1 run across. The Bees seeing if they can't get an answer.
Settle in. These 2 teams trying to figure each other out, kind of where the strengths and weaknesses. The 0-1, that's a really good pitch on the inside corner, and it's 0-2. Yano's thinking, I don't know if I got that one, but that's a great pitch. Never have to wonder what Juju Yano's thinking in the batter's box. Bruni ahead again. Here's the 0-2. Good breaking ball. Yano lays off. That's a tough take.
It's a really good layoff for Yano as well. It's kind of been his kryptonite these last couple of seasons, including this year at times.
The 1-2 coming with a 1-0 lead for the Lions. Fastball. This one flicked up again into foul territory. Another run from first. And we'll re-rack it and do it one more time. Elsewhere in the Upper Cumberland tonight, the Gordonsville Tigers, how about what they did last night? Dropping game one, facing the number one from Whitwell in game two. They find a way to win it. So a winner-take-all game three getting started in about 30 minutes from Whitwell. 1-2 to Yano, waved at and missed, and Sean Bruni has the goods early on for Red Bank.
Yeah, he absolutely does. Been able to pinpoint the fastball well enough, has been able to mix in the breaking ball, and the Bees just haven't been able to time him up yet this first time through.
Braden Green will climb in, the second baseman, slid down from that 2 spot down here into the 7 hole. Leads the team in home runs. He's batting .355 on the season, and see if he can saw Bruni. It's the righty-lefty matchup that he typically likes, but Bruni's throwing really well here for the Lions through an inning and 2/3. First pitch swinging for Green, just out in front. It's 0-1, and I lied. They got started early, and it's all Whitwell early. Bad news for Gordonsville. 5-0 for the Whitwell Tigers over the Gordonsville Tigers as they put up a 5 spot in the top of the first.
Yeah, Gordonsville, the home team in that third game, and 5 runs across for the Tigers early on.
Bruni trying to work quickly through the second. The 0-1, that one. Did it hit him? No. I have no clue how it didn't. But
Must
it
have
did
been the breaking ball just a little bit low.
And it's 1-1. Green kind of hopped out of the way. But the ricochet was just off the dirt. Bruni working very well so far. Here's the 1-1. Fastball, this one chopped, and it goes just foul. 1-2.
And you can see a lot of these foul balls right now from the Bees have been to that right side. Really been working that outside part of the plate as well. Obviously, has mixed in the breaking ball, and Bees haven't been able to time him up, and Bruni's doing a good job of mixing up those pitches to not allow it.
Good weather today. We are hoping for good weather tomorrow. 82 degrees. It's toasty, but overcast skies. We do not anticipate any showers this evening. Wind has died down significantly. You can see the American flag no longer moving in center. That one misses low to Green, and it's 2-2. It's pretty breezy coming into the ballpark when we first arrived, and now it's died down.
Kind of those overcast skies were on the way. Once those got over, it did die down.
Bruni with the 2-2 pitch coming to Braden Green. Kicks and deals. This one sent up into the air. Could be a tough play. Center fielder with a long way to go. Instead, the left fielder's there, and who caught it? One of them did. It's the center fielder, Davis, who makes the catch, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Red Bank. They'll look to expand their lead when we return. This is the Class 3A sectional round presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Eminet's Eagle Auction and Realty is proud to present an online-only auction featuring 2 homes on an acre of land in the heart of Cookeville. This piece of land is a perfect investment opportunity for developers. You can bid on this property at eagleauctions.com or call 931-526-5335 for more information. Bidding on this online-only auction ends Saturday, May 17th at 10 a.m. Eminet's Eagle Auction and Realty is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and test drive the all-new Chevy Trax or Silverado today. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. Juju Yano back to work here for the Bees. He's going to face 5, 6, 7 in the Red Bank order. 1-0 for the Lions. For the Bees, they're hoping in this entire series they can rely on their experience. They've been down in sub-state games before. They've been down in elimination games before, but it's a great start for the homestanding Lions.
I mean, it's nerves, right? It's a sectional game. It's a big game. This series gets you into the state tournament. You're on the road. There's a huge crowd on hand, lined to the gills behind the backstop in the grandstands, standing room only all over the place, and they're still coming in from the parking lot as well. So specifically for Juju Yano, you got to settle in and you got to start pinpointing that fastball, been able to work that breaking ball pretty well. Got to start to get ahead in some of these counts. Been falling behind early on in some of the counts. Got to get ahead and try to get to 2 strikes.
Andre Brasino, he was at the plate, and then a runner was caught stealing. Rookie Allison did that twice in the first, so he's back in here and kind of gets the second appearance for himself against Yano. The Lions were all over the base paths. They got 1 across in the first. They're looking for more of that. Yano wants to answer with a 1-2-3 inning of his own as we head to the bottom of 2. First pitch, a really good one across for strike 1.
I mentioned it, that breaking ball, he was working really well in that first, so he's going back to it here in the second.
It's going to be 8-9-1 due up for the Bees. They like that combo in the third. Here's the 0-1. Another slider. This one rolled weakly foul, and 0-2.
You mentioned liking that combo, and for Justin Fallon, it'll be that second time through as well. Obviously, he was swinging first pitch anyways, so he liked what he saw.
Yeah, he hasn't seen a bunch so far. He hit it hard. The 0-2 from Yano. Fastball. Misses outside. Good spot to go, and it's 1-2.
Michael Lindsay's out here.
The goose is loose. Red Bank coverage coming to UpperCumberlandReporter.com. Best sports photographer anywhere. That slider bounces in, and from 0-2, we go to 2-2 for Brasino. I mean, if you haven't checked out Goose's pictures, people love the videos, and the videos are great. They're amazing. His photography, second to none.
The ones from yesterday, Joe Burns, were phenomenal.
Here's the 2-2. Fastball. That one misses up, and here we go. Full count, 3-2. A good job battling back by Brasino.
And for Yano, he was able to get ahead, but now you got to be able to put him away and try to get that first out.
Yeah, he struggled with that in the first inning as well after going ahead of a couple. Here's the 3-2 payoff pitch. That'll work. Swung on and missed on the high cheese. It's a Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout for Julian Yano.
That's big for Yano on the mound. Elevate that fastball a little bit. Swings right underneath it on 3-2. And now trying to settle in a little bit with nobody on and out in the board.
Here's Braden Stoltz, the 6-hole hitter, the first baseman. Upperman would love a 1-2-3. Get some momentum back in their dugout here. Yano working quickly as he always does. Couldn't tell you, maybe a little low. 1-0 on the fastball. I don't have my glasses today, so fair warning. I'll have them tomorrow. My bad. Here comes the 1-0. There's a good pitch. Dots up the outside corner, 80 miles an hour, and it's 1-1. A little bit slower today for Yano on the mound so far. He typically ramps it up. He's touched 87, 88, but right now in the low 80s. 1-1. Swung on and missed 1-2, and the Bees have a bunch of guys that can throw in the 80s, two guys that can touch 90s. They feel like that's their trump card, the arms on the mound. Here's the 1-2 for Yano, working quickly. Fastball up and a good layoff by Stoltz. Evens the count up.
It's not to mention, at some point, if they keep going on deeper into this tournament, you might see a Braden Wolke. You might see a Ricky Allison or Carson Holroyd as well.
The 2-2 from Yano. There's that big slider. Doesn't quite get it, and we run full for the second consecutive at-bat.
Yeah, maybe a little bit inside as it came in and came across.
I haven't seen a lot of called strikes on breaking balls for either guy. Here's the 3-2. Fastball. Swung on and missed. Back-to-back Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeouts with full counts for Juju Yano. Here's Tavion Bonds trying to solve them.
Well, Red Bank's doing one good thing in this inning. They're getting that pitch count up a little bit, going to back-to-back full counts, but you said it. Love to go 1, 2, 3, try to bring those bats back to the plate and get to the top of the lineup for the Bees.
31 pitches so far for Yano, so he's okay. It's his game as long as he can go. Big slider. That one drops in for strike one for the Bees. In relief, Justin Fallon, under 25 pitches is what you're looking at today, but they want 7 out of number 2. Slider back-to-back times. This one is roped. Bonds caught that one. It drops in, and it'll be a hard-hit single. Gets away from Fallon. Now he gets back to it quickly, so it will be a single for Bonds, and Red Bank has a one-out base runner.
Yeah, and you saw Fallon. He went underneath him. Maybe he was trying to bait him into it just a little bit, and fortunately just staying over at first base. But a nice job by Bonds. Watch that breaking ball come across, then able to sit back on it.
Yeah, same pitch twice for Yano, and Bonds did what good hitters do. He's the DH for a reason. Here's Hayden Nam, the third baseman, trying to add on and give a little breathing room for the Lions here in the second. And how aggressive will they be? Already 2 runners caught stealing. Yano slides and deals a great fastball right down Main Street, 0-1. I know the crowd's big because we're pretty far away, and we can hear them on every pitch. The 0-1 slider. This one, trouble. In right field, Holroyd gives chase into the mud, lays out, and he makes the catch. Carson Holroyd lays out and grabs it with the glove for out number 3, the senior right fielder with a web gem to end the inning. We'll head to the third. It's 1-0 Lions. This is the Class 3A sectional presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Quality Family, a local company supporting and caring for our local communities. The Quality Family offers services to get you back to the game. From bracing to oxygen and everything in between, we can meet your medical equipment needs with Buckeye Home Medical Equipment. If you have an in-home need for strength and conditioning, for example after a surgery or injury, Quality Home Health is available to provide individualized care while you are on the mend. For those with end-of-life diseases, Quality Hospice is available to provide nurturing care during those difficult times. Choose the Quality family of services for care within your community. Visit thequalityfamily.com to navigate all we have to offer you.
The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this beautiful 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom home located in the quaint Magnolia Creek subdivision. Explore tiny home living in this 1,008 square foot home. Built in 2023, this kitchen has all stainless steel appliances and beautiful countertops. This home has a back porch, carport, and extra storage room. For more information, visit chadandamycrouch.com or call 931-979-1191. The Crouch team with Islands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
The Upperman Middle School Jackets are in the state tournament, and they're facing the Page Panthers. The Jackets down 7-5 in the bottom of the fifth inning. 2 outs in the bottom of the fifth. Bases loaded for Page. We'll keep you updated as we get them here for those of you interested. 8-9-1 due up for the Bees, and they're trying to solve Sean Bruni. He's been very good on the mound, and a great bounce back for him. But Holroyd, Huddleston, and Fallon will try and tie the game or take the lead here in the top of the third.
Well, Bruni, a little bit slower velo guy than what Upperman is used to facing. 75 with that fastball, works in the breaking ball well. Obviously can drop it off of that, and he's hitting his spots. And that breaking ball has all kinds of movement on it, kind of that 12-6 curveball look to it. And right now the Bees haven't been able to time it up, but we saw in the region tournament, 8-9, Carson Holroyd and Evan Huddleston really produced well in that region tournament.
The Jackets did get out of that inning, so they'll head to the 6th, down 2 in that state tournament game in middle school. Carson Holroyd's going to lead it off here. His batting average after last year, up over 150 points. Him and Carson Shoup have been the difference alongside the arms and development of Alec Wilson and Justin Fallon and Chris Worsing, obviously. But in this lineup, Holroyd and Shoup, and especially Holroyd, he was great in the region tournament.
Holroyd had 4 hits, 3 runs scored in the region tournament across the 3 games. And then Huddleston coming up in the 9 spot. He had 3 hits, 4 runs batted in, and 2 runs scored as well.
And it seems like all of those for Evan Huddleston came with 2 strikes. He watches the first couple of pitches.
He normally always watches the first, sometimes that second one, and then he turns it on.
It is Holroyd leading off against Sean Bruni, who's starting to build confidence. The Red Bank team in their first sub-state appearance. And these young men were anywhere from 3 to 6 years old the last time the Lions were in the sub-state round. As the first pitch is swung on and missed for Holroyd for strike 1. Bruni at 70 miles an hour gets the swing and miss. I mentioned that slower velo and has given the Bees problems, especially first time through this year. Here's the 0-1. This one roped in. Carson Holroyd did it again. He makes the diving catch to end the last inning. He leads off this one, and the team's leader in stolen bases heads to first to lead off the third.
Just talked about it. 4 hits, 3 runs across. He's been getting on base and been able to move around because of this guy right here. The next guy coming up, that's exactly what they're looking to do here in this third inning.
Here's Evan Huddleston, all-state in the boys basketball state tournament. He's got a ring. Going to get a ring for that. And now he climbs in as the secondary leadoff man.
He does have a ring as well.
He has a baseball ring as well. Most of these Bees do. Very few don't. Holroyd takes his lead, and now Bruni out of the stretch glances back to him. Will they test Brissino behind the plate? Brissino, I should say, as the pitch misses up. Now gets away from him, but Holroyd retreats. Huddleston showed bunt there, and we mentioned kind of bumpy in the infield, especially right in front of the mound. It's not too wet in the infield, very wet in the outfield, we understand.
Yeah, you can kind of see there's some spots there right in front of the pitcher's mound. You might be able to get some bounces to go your way. That was a good job by Brissino there. He actually caught it but didn't realize it. Then it came out kind of when he let go, and Holroyd just stayed at first the whole way.
Big opportunity for the Bees now with a leadoff single. First base runner in a couple of innings. Huddleston shows bunt, pulls back, and it's 2-0. They would love to put 2 on with nobody out for their big bat, Justin Fallon.
That's why Huddleston, he can put it down for a single. It's got to be a good one, of course. This defense has been up to the task early on these first couple of innings.
Nam, the third baseman, he's just in the grass. Imagine he'll creep up and crash in if Huddleston turns and shows again. Couple of glances, the 2-0. Huddleston does show that that's a good pitch. He didn't get the call. We mentioned it's been tight. And now probably rightfully a little consternation from the Red Bank dugout as it's 3-0.
That one looked pretty good.
If you're the Bees, you're saying, okay, fair enough, fair play.
Yeah, that will look pretty good.
And Huddleston wants a new sign-in from West Shanks.
Well, it's because it's 3-0.
It is 3-0, and now
he's wondering if he needs to take or
Bruni
if he's still showing.
Really doesn't want to walk Huddleston in this situation. The 3-0, and he has to take because it's right in the back. And the Bees with a pulse. Runners at first and second. The lineup flips over, and here comes that man, the Tech signee, Justin Fallon.
Yeah, last time he came to the plate, cranked it out to center field. You can see how in center field he's already running back a little bit, respecting the power of Justin Fallon. A little conversation as well between Bruni and Brasino.
And how deceptive can the stats be for Fallon? If you just look at him this year, only has one home run, but we know he's just now at 100%, really for the first time this entire season over the past week or so. And now the Red Bank fans trying to spur their team back on. A 1-0 ball game. We're in the top of the third. Game one of the sectionals. Runners at first and second. Fallon at the plate. And time going to be called. And a baseball is on the field. So we will reset. Again, huge thanks to the folks here at Red Bank. Hospitality has been sensational. Doing a great job hosting this. They're going to make some money here in the next 2 days. Crowd really amping up. Some of the kids jumping on the grandstands. Bruni trying to battle in. First pitch to Fallon. And he leans on the breaking ball. Good pitch across for strike one.
That is really, really good. You really slow it down, bring the breaking ball across. Hadn't been able to pinpoint that fastball after the 4-pitch walk. Well, the hit by pitch, technically. And able to get that one across for the strike.
And Fallon got a fastball in the first pitch. He saw last AB and roped it. Well, we throw here at 0-1. Fastball, that one bounces in, and it's 1-1. That control just a little bit more and off. No walks so far.
Not technically.
And he has 23 on the season in 52 innings, so he's done a good job of keeping that down. Just under a strikeout per inning for him. He has two of those so far, first time through the order. Here's the 1-1 to Fallon. That breaking ball again, great pitch. It's one Fallon probably wants to take a hack at. It's 1-2.
It's hard to sit back on it. It's obviously slower velocity. You really got to wait on it. And just not really liking how it's looking right now.
My goodness, an out would send this place right back into positivity after 2 on with nobody out.
Fallon kind of going back and forth between choking up on the bat or not.
Bruni with a 1-2 home. Breaking ball again, just inside. Pretty good pitch. And the umpire does signal inside 2-2.
Not by much.
And again, the breaking ball, anywhere that's kind of not right down the middle, has been a ball for both guys in this one. You got to put that over the plate if you want it to be.
Yeah, it's really where it's coming across, not where it's caught.
Well, it's been both guys. Over the middle, you're going to get that breaking ball a strike, but inside out, both have been called balls. The 2-2. Fastball, that one misses, and we run full 3-2. It doesn't get any easier with the ever-dangerous Chris Worsing looming on deck for the Bees.
Yeah, and he's obviously shown that he's got the power as well this season. 1 home run. We saw the great AB against Stone Memorial in the region tournament.
This is a huge pitch right here in this Game 1 in a best-of-3 for Sean Bruni. Fallon awaits the 3-2. He's worked 10 walks this season in limited action. Here's the payoff pitch. He's worked 11 walks. And he will head down, and here you go. Bases juiced. It's a Nick's Restaurant walk for Justin Fallon, and it loads the bases for Chris Worsing.
There's going to be a visit to the mound to try to settle him down with the bases loaded and nobody out.
Pitching coach going to come out and have a word with Bruni. This is a huge spot because Yano started to dial it in there in that last inning, able to work around a 2-out single. It is going to be 9-1-2 due up for the Lions in the bottom half, so they feel good about that. But Upperman threatening to put up not just one, but to potentially take the lead with the bases loaded and nobody out. Inning started with a single for Carson Holroyd. Evan Huddleston got hit by a pitch. Justin Fallon worked a full count walk.
Well, it's the guy at the plate with the most hits on the team this season. 47 hits to lead the way, batting .395. And Chris Worsing is driven in 26, also leading the team this season. So this is the situation you want in the top of the third inning, down by a run. The bases loaded. Anything to the outfield is at least going to score one, even if it's in the air and caught, if it's deep enough.
Here comes the California kid, Chris Worsing, in a big spot. He grounded out to third. It was a nice play made back for out number 1 in the first inning. And now he climbs in here, and Bruni's trying to just find the zone, if nothing else. It was a 3-0 before he hit Huddleston as well. First pitch, that one misses low, and it's 1-0.
Yeah, and you said it, 3-0 to Huddleston, then hit him in the middle of the back, 3-2 there, and was ahead at one point against Fallon, just lost him.
A lot of speed on the base pass as well for the Bees. Anything in the outfield could score them all. Worsing sends this one up in the air, And that's going to be the infield fly rule here. So the batter is out, and that is a huge pop out for the Red Bank Lions. And here comes the senior Alec Wilson.
It is really, really big with Chris Worsing at the plate. Pops it up. He's trying to send it to the outfield to at least get the sac fly and tie it up just underneath it on the elevated pitch. We'll see if Alec Wilson can get the job done.
Alec Wilson grounded out on the tremendous play by Alvarez back in the first inning where he ranged all the way across half the infield and made a great throw. He climbs in here for attempt number 2. Same play there. Red Bank wants to end the inning. First pitch misses low for ball 1. Big moment here for both teams as the Lions try to stave off what was potentially a big inning. Bases loaded with nobody out. 3 spot in the order here for Big Al. Bruni with the 1-0. Good fastball. Hits the spot. Evens up the count.
He's been looking for that call. Both pitchers have been able to get it that time to even the count up at 1 apiece.
And that's what you talk about all the time. Catcher lines up right there. You hit your spot, you're going to get that. It's a really good pitch. Here's the 1-1. Runners go. Suicide squeeze. It pulls back. No tag. And we're going to have interference on Alec Wilson. And he will be out.
That's a double play, I think.
No, it is not. They're sending the runner back to third. So it will be the second out. Interference called on Wilson. He stepped in front of the bag. I think it's the right call, Jacob, and it's a big second out for Red Bank.
Yeah, you saw Alec. He kind of stepped in front of the plate there, trying to get in the way of Brasino, who had to kind of block it up to make sure he had the baseball.
That's huge.
It tagged Carson Holroyd out and still did a pretty good job to get through, and that is a big play.
A big play for the Red Bank defense, and that was a gutsy call by Wes Shanks to go with the suicide squeeze. It doesn't work. And Wilson did all he could to get to that bunt on that big curveball.
Got to throw the bat out at it or something.
It's easy to play Monday morning quarterback and say, I don't know about that one, but nonetheless, here's rookie Allison now. He has to put one in play to get the game tied as the pitch misses low, and it's 1-0.
And it's been hard to come by against Bruni, and obviously Holroyd let it off with the hits and then hit by pitch and a walk since.
The 1-0. Rookie loves the high cheese. He lays off. They appeal down. No chance on this planet. Yeah, he didn't go. It's 2-0.
He was just leaning back.
I love it. Hey, you got a chance to appeal. See if you can get one. I love it. Bruni trying to hunker down here. He's been a little bit sporadic, but he's gotten 2 critical outs. It's 2-0.
Yeah, got the pop out, and then obviously good job by Brasino as well, kind of forcing the issue there.
Imagine rookie needs to see a strike here. The 2-0. That one gets the call, 2-1.
So now you got the hitter's count.
Coach Roberson comes out, not sure what he was saying there, but it's 2-1. Big moment, bases loaded. They were loaded with nobody out. Now there's 2 outs. Bruni trying to get a huge one, send this place into a frenzy. One more ball and the game's tied. That one misses upstairs and it's 3-1.
You got to be really selective here on 3-1. It's got to be really, really good to take a swing at it.
You need at least one if you're the Bees. You don't want to go down here in this format. Here's the 3-1 coming home from Sean Bruni to rookie Allison. And he swung at it, sends it up into the air in foul territory. Brasino trying to track it. He is back, and it is out of play. And we run full at 3-2. I do think that pitch was a strike, Jacob.
Yep, it was. But that's one where, again, if it's in the spot that you want, then you're swinging at it, and that's what rookie Allison decided. Thought he could handle it, just pops it up. Good pitch by Bruni. We'll see if he can make another one on 3-2.
Allison struck out on a curveball in his first appearance to end the inning. Runners will be moving with a full count and 2 outs, and the bases loaded. Here we go. First real high leverage situation of this best of 3. The 3-2 payoff pitch. Runners go. Swung on, sent up into the air in left field. Should be findable, ranging over and making the catch. The Lions get out of a bases loaded with nobody out jam and put a goose egg on the scoreboard. We head to the bottom of 3. It's still 1-0. This is Game 1 of the Class 3A sectional presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future, it's what we do. Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman Athletics on UCR. Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer with a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR.
First high leverage situation goes the way of the homestanding Red Bank Lions. Bases loaded, nobody out for the Bees. Pop out, runner interference, fly out, inning over. Juju Yano trying to answer. 9-1-2 due up for the Lions, and that's one for the Bees. They know on the road in Sub-State, you get that opportunity, you got to score runs.
You had the top of the lineup up 1, 2, and 3 and unable to bring anything across. And Bruni on the mound, he was a little bit wild in that inning. That's what led to a couple of the base runners, but unable to bring any of them across 3 straight times. And you said it. You get the pop out, you get the runner's interference, and on one out, you're trying the suicide squeeze. Doesn't work. I guess the good thing was it was just the out on the runner's interference rather than the out on Carson Holroyd trying to score, but it didn't matter because they got the third out anyways on the fly out. So for Red Bank, you have all kinds of momentum right now, and we'll see if Upperman is able to maybe pause that momentum. They got to get the bats going on the other side.
Red Bank trying to parlay it. How many times you see that? Big inning on one side, you flip it into a big inning with the bats. DJ Wilbur, the second baseman, 9-hole hitter, trying to set the table for the bats at the top, who did the damage to get the one run across in the first. Yano worked much cleaner in the second inning, faced 4 batters, gave up a 2-out single, but a couple of punch-outs and a fly-out. He's trying to build on that here. First pitch misses up with a fastball, 1-0. 2 games potentially tomorrow. If the team who wins this game today wins game 1 tomorrow, it's over. If not, there'll be a winner-take-all game 3. Game 1 with a 4 o'clock Central Time, 5 o'clock Eastern Time start. That one missed a little up and in, and it's 2-0.
Game 2 would be at about 7 o'clock Central Time tomorrow.
It's 30 minutes after the conclusion.
Right, yeah.
That one dots up, looking for that spot. Yano gets it that time, and it's 2-1.
And he brought it just a little bit more in that time. The pitch before, obviously, a little too far inside.
And he goes right back to that spot again, and it's quickly 2-2 here to DJ Wilbur. And the Bees were able to get on the base paths. There was a positive for the first time really in the game, but a big, big opportunity missed. The 2-2 slider, cold, strike 3, rips it right across the heart of the plate for the third. Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout of the game.
Yeah, that was perfect. He started on the middle part of the plate, kind of breaks towards that outside edge. Ricky Allison set up right there. You get a nice frame and able to get that first out of the inning.
Jamel Davis Jr., he singled back in the first inning, but then was one of the 2 runners who were caught stealing by rookie Allison and Chris Worsing. He'll be trying to put it in play again here. And we'll see if that mentality changes at all. The Bees don't expect it to. That fastball is right down Main Street for strike 1.
That said 76. I don't know if I believe that.
Yeah, it's a little foggy window. There's been some weird ones. 0-1. Fastball again right there. I'm not sure what Davis wants. That pitch is right there, and it's 0-2. I mean, that couldn't be more of a strike. I really don't know what the young man wants. Yano working quickly. The 0-2 slider misses out. 1-2.
And go right back to it.
100%. Yano with a 1-2. Fastball waved at and missed. Back to back. Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeouts. All of a sudden, Juju Yano starting to dial it in on the mound.
He was up to 85 that time. Little 2-seamer action. Breaks away from the lefty. And on 2 strikes, a really good pitch to throw. And again, you're trying to go 1, 2, 3. You got that first couple of outs. This is a really tough out, though.
Onier Alvarez, he walked in, scored the only run of the game so far. Back in the first, attempt number 2 here. It was a bunch of close pitches, but just a little bit in, a little bit out in the last appearance. And now he sees another ball. It's 1-0. Hadn't seen a strike yet. And he is a really solid bat for this team. Has a great arm as well. 1-0, waved at and missed, and all of a sudden, Yano starting to get some of those swings and misses.
Yeah, he's feeling that rhythm a little bit more.
He's definitely a rhythm guy. No sleeve today for Juju. And another one, waved at and missed, and it's 1-2.
We've seen him kind of go back and forth. He had the long sleeve shirt on a couple of outings ago, didn't like it, took it off.
Yeah, that was
the shooting sleeve on in the last outing.
Here's the 1-2 for Yano, trying to make quick work. This one's a mile up and out of play. And we'll do it again. Moving along here now, nearing the middle innings. We're in the bottom of 3. Here's the 1-2. Yano fires home. Fastball misses out. Good layoff. And Alvarez has stepped out toward him, nods his head. Young man from Venezuela. They love him here. He's right on that line in the batter's box. Crowding the plate. The 2-2. And called strike 3. Mentioned he was crowding the plate, and Juju puts it right there for the Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout. And that will retire the side. Juju Yano strikes out the side here as we head to the 4th. This is game 1 of the Class 3A sectional presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy, UCR Media.
Discover this stylish and modern 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home with an open split bedroom floor plan designed for comfort and convenience. With 3,318 square feet under one roof, plus a bonus room over the garage and 1,400 square foot basement. Located in the Brookstone subdivision, this home is just minutes from Cookeville. The builder is also offering up to 3% in closing cost assistance. Call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145. Looking for weekend lunch and dinner plans? Since 1971, Nick's Restaurant has been locally owned and operated. From mouth-watering prime rib to delectable ice cream pie, Nick's has it all. Their cozy atmosphere and great service will make you feel right at home. Plus, their banquet space is perfect for any event. Visit them at 895 South Jefferson Avenue or online at nickscookville.com. Nick's Restaurant is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. Final score, Page defeats Upperman Middle 7-5 in the state tournament. I believe that's in Clarksville today. Meanwhile, here it's 1-0 lead, and it's getting chippy. We saw Anya Alvarez kind of step out towards Yano on a ball, and then Juju Yano fired a fastball in for called strike 3. Juju, as we know, when challenged, he's going to talk a little bit. Umpire had a word. Wes Shanks had a word as well. And they're still chatting over there, and I think Wes Shanks is saying, hey, got to go both ways on that one if you're going to talk about a little chippiness, and we up here in the booth love it. Let's play baseball in a big game tonight.
Yeah, kind of the little Juan Soto, the little shuffle in the batter's box.
And no problem.
Yano able to come in with the breaking ball as well, gets the call in the inside corner.
And I love it both ways. Get the little shuffle, but if you get struck out, there's going to be a little smack talk the other way. Here's Carson Shoup. He grounded out 5-6-7, went down 1-2-3 their first time up in the second. Bruni would love to do that again here as pitch number 1 is fouled off for strike 1.
And Shoup way out in front right now is trying to sit back on it. These Bees batters been trying to time him up.
Tullahoma Sadi Daisy tied up at 0 in the 7th. That's familiar for Tullahoma. They play a ton of low-scoring games. 0-1, that one misses inside to Shoup, 1-1.
They do have Tootin on the mound as well. He's at 90 pitches right now.
That's why it's 0-0. You see a lot of that in Malin Tootin games where they win 1 or 2-0 for the Wildcats. Here's the 1-1 to Shoup. He weakly rolls this one, and it's going to be deja vu. That's right back to Bruni, and he makes the throw to first in time for out number 1.
Yeah, a couple of times he's had to make the play, lived up to the task each time, and the first out of the inning this time.
And the middle of the B order has done nothing today. They're 0 for 4. Juju Yano trying to change it as he will climb in here. And we'll see how this at-bat goes after the little word exchange. I'm sure it'll be amicable. And Yano looks back to the umpire with a nod and a smile. Something the Bees have talked about. When Yano has a smile on his face, it's usually good things. That pitch, ball 1 right down the middle. I mean, right down the middle. We may be here as Upperman's broadcast crew. That was a great pitch. I'm not sure where you want Bruni to throw that one. But the Bees will take it. Here comes the 1-0. This one, again, weak contact, popped up. Second baseman under it and makes the catch, and it's, again, 2 up, 2 down for the Lions defense against the middle of this Upperman order.
This is exactly what Bruni needed after struggling there in that last inning, loading the bases with nobody outs. Get a chase there on a 1-0 pitch that's a little bit low and away. You're not going to be able to do a whole lot with it. Gets the pop out, and now Bruni trying to answer back with a quick inning of his own.
Braden Green flew out to center in his first AB. Climbs in here just trying to put a little pressure on here as we're already in the top of the fourth inning in a 1-0 ball game. You see it all over the place. Game ones of these sub-state series are typically low scoring, with few exceptions as that one misses low to green, 1-0.
Well, especially you get the aces coming up tomorrow as well between Alec Wilson and Alvarez on the other side, most likely.
Today's broadcast presented by Gentry's Power Equipment, your hometown steel and Exmark dealer located at Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, your one-stop shop for all your outdoor power equipment needs. As that one misses Henning Green, little self-preservation, and it's 2-0.
Pretty good job to get out of the way of that one.
He's had to miss a couple. Breaking ball in his first debut,
Yeah.
that one there. In the heart of the order, trying to make Bruni work. That's one thing all the other batters have done for the most part. But 4 through 7 has not reached a bag yet today for Upperman. 8 and 9 have, and Fallon has. A little bit up to Green, the smallest zone in the order, and it's 3-0. And I actually lied. 2 through 7 have not reached for the Bees.
Going to extras in Tullahoma Saudi Daisy.
3-0 to Green. That one's right down Main Street, 3-1. Green just trying to put a little pressure on, bring Holroyd to the plate, get closer to the top of the order.
Pitch count only at 57 right now for Bruni.
Of course, he would love to just park one over the right field fence. That's a lot easier said than done. The 3-1, and he tried to there, sends it up in the air. It's going to stay in the park, I believe. Third baseman gives chase in foul ground, angles back and makes the catch. Another 1-2-3 inning against the middle part of the order for the Red Bank Lions. Giugiano looks to match as we head to the bottom of 4. It's 1-0 in this game 1 of the Class 3A Sub-State round, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
What if opportunity was all in a day's work?
We find new ways to make vacation dreams a reality. And that inspires me to do my best work every single day.
What if you can make a real impact in people's lives with a team that cares?
What I do matters, not just for guests, but for my team. We rely on each other each and every day.
What if your work inspired fun and moved people?
We put the world on vacation. Our job is to make people happy. Inspiring travelers around the world to live their best lives never stops being fulfilling.
At Travel and Leisure, what if can be what is. Stop wondering. Join the travel movement and start a career where memories start with you.
Welcome back, bottom of the 4th. It's 1-0, and Jacob, we were talking in the break. Kind of feels similar to the Smith County game right now for the Bees. Giugiano's giving them a really good outing, the second Smith County game. On the mound, kind of slower velo, 70-mile-an-hour guy on the other side, giving them fits. Obviously, the Bees won that game. They love to do that here, but Red Bank trying to get a little separation here as Yano will face 3-4-5 in the Lions' order after striking out the side in the 3rd. Jack Barkaloo had an RBI single his first time up, a little blooper into a shallow right. He watches ball 1 miss outside.
I think this inning will be big for Giugiano as well. Obviously, you mentioned it, 1-2-3 in the last.
That's a great pitch across, and it's 1-1.
And then obviously the little chippiness in between. The crowd has been in it the whole time. You need a big one here to try to keep it a little bit quiet.
1-1 fastball. That one sent way up into the air, and we got it. 1-2. And when Yano has his strikeout stuff working, it's pretty impressive, and he's starting to tally them up now, up to 5. Here's the 1-2. That one misses up.
And he struggled in that first inning, finding the zone, so he's been able to settle it in, been able to get the fastball over for a strike a little bit more.
There, some chirping coming on from the home grandstands. Love it. The 2-2 to Barkaloo. Slider doesn't quite dive back in, and we run full at 3-2.
That may have been a little bit closer to that end of the inning
that
last inning.
was a pretty good pitch. That was a pretty good pitch. The 3-2 payoff pitch. Fastball swung on and missed. 4 straight Thompson Machinery and Can't Run a Store strikeouts for Giugiano.
That's what 3 of them now in the last 4 batters. It's gone to a full count and been able to get the strikeout on the full count. A nice job by Giugiano and still sticking with it.
Here's Sean Bruni trying to help his own cause. He flew out to center. Fallon was able to range over and grab it. He climbs in here for his second AB. He's throwing well on the other side. There's a couple of hits against him. He's trying to give himself some separation, become a base runner if nothing else. Put one in play if nothing else, as it's 1-0. That one misses up and in.
Ever since that first inning, just hadn't been able to get anything out there on the base path. Been a struggle at least.
Both teams have had one inning with traffic as the 1-0 comes. And the slider misses outside, and you saw one run come across for Red Bank. Upperman squandered a great chance. Bases loaded, nobody out. Same situation was going to happen in the top of the fifth. 8-9-1 coming up.
Yeah, bases loaded, nobody out, and had Chris Worsing at the plate. And we're still not able to get anything across.
Here's the 2-0 as Yano tries to find the zone again. That time a little bit in with a fastball, and the cleanup batter, Bruni, ahead 3-0.
And he's missed 3 straight spots as well. That time, Allison set up outside.
3-0. This one sent hard, but it's an atom ball. Evan Huddleston ranges back and makes the catch. So the 3-0 green light, but it leads to a fly out for Bruni.
I mean, that's the spot where you want it, right there on that middle half, inside half. He got it there, hit it hard, and Evan Huddleston was playing it well.
Yeah, I don't think you're mad about that if you're Coach Roberson, because that was a hard hit. Andrew Bassino climbs in. He's 0-for-1 with a strikeout, and that ended the strikeout streak for Yano. And I have a buzzing in my ear that's going to send me into orbit. I'm trying to get that fixed. First pitch waved at and missed, and all of a sudden, 83 on the gun for Yano.
Yeah, he's been starting to ramp that up a little bit. Obviously, we know he's 80 to 85. He can get up even north to 87 at times.
0-1. Really good pitch. Outside corner, and it's 0-2. And again, one of those, it hit the spot. It's been a ball sometimes, but we saw one of those earlier for Bruni. If the catcher's lined up there, you're more likely to get it. And now the 0-2 for Yano. That one a little bit in. 1-2. It's a great spot to go.
Yep, it is. He missed it just a little bit. He's trying to go a little bit more in, but not a bad miss on 0-2.
Racino trying to put it in play. Here comes the 1-2. Really close, and a great frame by Allison on the pitch that missed up.
That's a good spot as well. That elevated fastball. It's tough to lay off of, but he was able to do so.
62 pitches for Yano, so that's not really a problem. Could be if he gets into some trouble. Here's the 2-2. Laying off the high cheese, and we run full to Brasino with Stoltz on deck next.
So 5 full counts now in the last 6 or 7 batters?
Battling, but haven't been able to break through with a base runner yet on the Lions. 3-2 payoff pitch. Swung on, popped up, and out of play. We'll re-rack it and do it one more time.
Yeah, there's been some good battles. This Red Bank team, they've been working the counts well.
Been a good baseball game so far.
Yes.
What you would expect in a sectional round, especially up in one of the top 2 classes in the state. And time called. Brasino kind of threw up the hand for time and then settled back in, but umpire granted it, and we'll reset.
He was just making sure.
3-2 payoff again. Yano delivers. Let's do it again. Great battle here between Yano and Brasino.
And I like where he's going as well. He doesn't want to put that fastball right over the middle, so he's trying to bring it up a little bit to make it a little bit tougher to hit.
3-2 with 2 outs. Back-to-back good pitches for Yano have been fouled off. Here's another one. Kicks and deals. Fastball. Cold strike 3. Dots up the lower inside corner. And Julian Yano dealing on the mound. Atop some machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout. Retires the side. 8-9-1 due up for the Bees. They trail 1-0 here on the road in Game 1 of this Class 3A sectional round. Presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Looking for weekend lunch and dinner plans? Since 1971, Nick's Restaurant has been locally owned and operated. From mouth-watering prime rib to delectable ice cream pie, Nick's has it all. Their cozy atmosphere and great service will make you feel right at home. Plus, their banquet space is perfect for any event. Visit them at 895 South Jefferson Avenue or online at nickscookville.com. Nick's Restaurant is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Proudly introducing Upper Cumberland Generators for all your home power solutions. Locally owned and operated, Upper Cumberland Generators are here to make sure you have peace of mind no matter the situation. With new and reliable generators. Call 931-265-1702 for more information or to order yours today. Upper Cumberland Generators is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. We head to the 5th. The Bees are looking for an answer. Sean Brasino has only been in trouble once. Bases loaded, nobody out, and it came against these batters. 8-9-1 due up. He worked out and got away with a goose egg on the scoreboard for the Bees. The good news for him, Juju Yano is throwing an absolute gem on the other side, but they're down 1-0.
It's been a battle, and it's exactly like you said, what we've expected coming into a sectional round in game number 1, and this is where the Bees have been able to do some damage at times this season. Bruni's been really solid on the mound. We'll see if he's able to continue it, but you said this is where he got into a little bit of trouble. Carson Holroyd led it off with the hit out to left, and then it was a 3-0, and then the hit by pitch to Huddleston. Fallon walks over to first, so they had bases loaded, nobody out, but unable to bring anything across.
Bees have been dominant in fifth innings this season, 5th and 7th. They're looking for the 5th here. And on the other side, a pitcher who's feeling very confident. Sean Bruni, he's given his team a great chance to win so far. Only a couple of hard hit balls against him. He has kept the Bees off balance, looking to continue that here in his 5th inning of work.
Been able to change the velocities. Obviously, we've seen that breaking ball about got his head taken off by his catcher, Brasino.
Yeah, that was a couple of quick moves in the infield to get back and down. Carson Holroyd, he made a great catch in right earlier, diving grab, and then he has one of the 2 base hits for the Bees with a single into left. That led off the 3rd. He's trying to repeat it here in the 5th. Big inning for Upperman. Holroyd, Huddleston, and Fallon due up here. First pitch misses outside. It's been 6 straight Bees retired after that bases loaded situation. None on strikeouts. Pop out. Base runner interference. Pop out. Ground out. Pop out. Fly out. It's been that sort of day with the weak contact for Upperman. Here comes the 1-0. And this is what we didn't see in the last inning because Bruni has gotten a little bit away from the zone, and they were really swinging at a lot in that 4th frame.
We saw the 1-0 to Yano. He swings at it down and away, pops it up.
The 2-0 to Holroyd. Bruni delivers. That one misses up, and it's 3-0 to Carson Holroyd, trying to become a base runner for Evan Huddleston.
Be interesting to see last time if Holroyd's able to get on. Huddleston came to the plate. He was showing bunt those first 3 pitches.
How many times have we said the experience for the Bees in these sorts of games is shine through? They're looking for it here. They have that advantage, no doubt about it, but it's all about what happens in the next 3 frames. Here's the 3-0. That one misses, low and outside, ball 4. It's an ex-restaurant walk for Carson Holroyd on 4 pitches to lead off the 5th. He does set the table for Evan Huddleston.
He was double-checking, making sure that was ball 4 as well. And Evan Huddleston will come to the plate.
We do generally in the Upper Cumberland have a few umpires, a couple of exceptions, with pretty wide zones.
Yes.
Sometimes,
Especially on 3-0.
Sometimes
Especially
2
on 3-0.
wide zones.
Yeah.
That pitch has been a ball for the most part. Tonight it was a ball there, and now here comes Evan Huddleston. Was hit by a pitch in a full count his last time up.
3-0, I believe. He was turning to show bunt, looking at it right in the middle of the back.
Yeah, we said, was he going to take? And he had no choice but to take. Now Bruni, he's at 62 pitches as well, 31 strikes, so 50% strike rate. Holroyd takes his lead. Haven't even seen a look down towards any base runners, a step off, I should say. He stays for now. That one bounces and gets away, and the tying run moves into scoring position for the Bees.
Well, that's big right there. Now Huddleston can swing away, or he can try to put a bunt down maybe to first if he wanted to.
Well, Evan Huddleston can bunt for a hit. He's got plenty of speed, and we'll see what they decide to do here. But again, another ball. He has not seen a strike yet at 1-0. Feels like if the Bees can get one, they have an opportunity with how Yano's throwing on the other side, starting to have that dominant stuff. They like 2 or 8, but you got to start with 1. Easier said than done against this squad. Here's the 1-0. And as you expect Evan Huddleston to do, he watches it down the middle for strike 1.
He may even watch this one as well. He likes to get to 2 strikes.
There was never a moment where Evan was going to swing at that pitch.
No, not a chance.
He was taken like it was 3-0, and now it's 1-1. He is not afraid of a 2-strike count, is the senior. What a career he's put together in his senior season in every sport. Now he does show bunt, gets it down to the third base line. It's a tremendous bunt. It's trickling. It's a fair ball. Everybody's safe. A bunt single for Evan Huddleston. That may have gone foul, but it was picked up. And now here comes Justin Fallon.
Yeah, a tremendous bunt by Evan Huddleston. But, man, if you're the third baseman, you're going to have no chance at a throw. You have to let that go until it comes to a complete stop and just pray that it goes foul because it absolutely had a chance.
To me, that was 70-30 going foul. It may have stopped. It was kind of trickling, but, man, it was close. He picks it up, and the Bees say thank you very much. Justin Fallon walked his last time up with a full count. Huge spot. This is the bat they want in the batter's box here. Their senior leader, one of their senior leaders. They have plenty. Runners at the corners. 2 more seniors. Now Bruni trying to hunker down again. Runner goes. Huddleston takes off. No throw. Called strike one. But a Turfmaster stolen base puts 2 in scoring position for the Bees.
Yeah, and with that stolen base on, Fallon taking the whole way. And now you got runners in scoring position at second and third.
Stolen base number 7 of the campaign for Evan Huddleston. Now there is a base empty. Bases loaded hadn't been anything to the Lions defensively so far. The 0-1 to Fallon. Big breaking ball. That's a strike. Yeah, it's a great pitch. He's thrown it a lot to Justin in this game, and he gets another strike.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be surprised if he comes with it again at 0-2. Maybe move it to a different position. That time went inside with it.
0-2 ahead of the biggest bat in the Upper Cumberland, certainly one of the biggest bats in the classification. Bruni trying to hunker down and get a big out number 1, and looking to pull another Houdini act. Glance back. Now the 0-2. Breaking ball again. That one misses inside, but a really good pitch. 1-2.
Yeah, similar spot, just a little too far inside that time. Didn't quite get it to break enough towards the plate.
Sean Bruni has given his team a great opportunity to win this game. He's trying to get another big out here. Nobody out. Runners at second and third. Go ahead run in scoring position for the Bees. 1-2 coming to Fallon. Bruni kicks and deals. Fastball waved at and missed in the dirt. Fallon will run down. A glance. Racino's throw is low. Runner coming home to throw. Not in time. We're tied. Carson Holroyd shows off the wheels. Heads up base running by the Bees, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, what a job by Carson Holroyd. As soon as that ball is released, he takes off. He's able to get there in time, slides underneath it, and even though Justin Fallon strikes out, essentially gets the job done. And Evan Huddleston moving up to third base in the process.
Brand new ball game in the top of the 5th inning, and here comes Chris Worsing, 0 for 2. It's rare when he's 0 for 2. He's grounded out and popped out. Hadn't hit anything hard yet. Big runner 90 feet away in the form of Evan Huddleston, who also advanced on that drop third strike in the throwdown. Heads up base running by the Bees. And it's 3 seniors executing that play.
Yeah, and a good job, especially after having bases loaded, nobody out in that last time those people were up. Able to get a run at least across so far.
Infield in here now, protecting home plate, trying to protect the tie game as this one is just foul by Worsing. So probably coming home, anything in the infield. 0-1. Worsing trying to give Juju Yano a lead.
That baseball hit the fence and then bounced into the field, so Chase Brown's got to go after it.
That was unfortunate for Red Bank, but tremendous execution. Brasino did not throw very hard down to first, and as soon as that happened, there was no chance to get Holroyd coming home.
Yeah, he looked him back, but then you got to make a quick throw.
0-1 breaking ball, and the Bees lead. Mr. Consistency does it again. Chris Worsing with an RBI single.
Yeah, that's a great job by Chris Worsing. Gets that breaking ball the inside half. He's seen him a couple of times already. Rips it right back up the middle. And now the Bees are back in business.
RBI number 27 of the campaign for the team leader, Chris Worsing. He has set the table now for Alec Wilson as the Bees have flipped the script, and they're looking for a little breathing room now with a 2-1 lead here on the road.
I mentioned it, 5th innings have been a friend to the Bees. This one turning out to be the same.
They have been dominant in 3rd innings. Worsing takes the lead. He's not a huge base running threat over there at first. Bruni slides and deals to Wilson. That one misses up. A rare 0 for a day for Alec Wilson last time, though. Base runner interference on a bunt attempt. He grounded out on a great play in the infield by Alvarez back in the 1st. 1 out here, a 1-0 count. Bruni slides and deals. That's a great pitch.
It's really good.
Great pitch. 1-1.
Starts at that same exact spot as that elevated fastball that missed for ball 1. Able to break it off of it and drops in there for a strike.
That's a great pitch. Worsing, a healthy lead over there at first. Trying to bait a throw potentially. Bruni. Not obliging. Comes home. 1-1. Wilson flicks this up into the air. Right fielder with a beat on it. And he will make the catch for out number 2. Great positioning for Barkaloo. And there's the second out for the Lions defense.
Yep, they had him read well. Just that little flare out to right. Playing fairly shallow in right field and able to get that important second out.
Here comes rookie Allison. He's looking to get it rolling today. He struck out and popped out to this point. And the scoreboard may get a little bit behind. The surface is not great right now. It's a very full ballpark, as we've mentioned a few times, which is great for these young athletes.
You're just going to have to go radio style, I guess.
Hey, why not? And now time going to be called. Coach Robertson going to come out and have a word. I'm not sure what the discussion is about. Maybe about the dugout. Or is it, what is it here?
Oh, the pitch. He's got the pitch.
Pitch com, and he's the catcher is Matt Wilson. The unmistakable voice of Matt Wilson echoes out and says he's a catcher, followed by, come on. You never have to know how Matt's feeling.
No.
Great time to tell you about a couple of our all-inclusive sponsors after this pitch coming to rookie Allison. He's first pitch swinging, another pop-up. This one, though, going to go out of play. Oh, 0-1 here. Bruni's done a really nice job. He's held this lineup to just 2 runs so far. Now he's going to need what Juju Yano just got, a little run support on the other side. But this game's still very much up for grabs. Rookie Allison looking for a little 2-out magic for the Bees. Worsing bouncing, stays put. The 0-1. Allison sends this a long way in left. That is well struck, way back and down. Worsing rounds 2, heading to third. And Wes Shanks will put up the stop sign. It's a Rico double for rookie Allison, and he puts his hand against his helmet and says, I guess I heard that one, and it's runners at second and third.
Great job by rookie Allison. He absolutely hammered it, and we talked about it. It's deep out to left field here at Red Bank. He caught a big part of it, puts it out there. Chris Worsing running hard, throws on the brakes. Still a big opportunity here, and the Bees, with 2 outs, been very dangerous here this second half of the season.
Carson Shoup can give the Bees a ton of breathing room. Rylan Case going to come on and run, the freshman outfielder to run for rookie Allison. And the Bees, I don't think, took too kindly from what Goose just sent us to that appeal from Coach about the earpiece. They were not happy, and you saw that from rookie Allison on the celebration as well. Bruni throws that breaking ball, a great block by Brasino to hold it, and it's 1-0.
Yeah, and he's done a good job. There's been a couple down in the dirt. Obviously, big breaking ball guy in Bruni, but every single time, Brasino's been able to stay in front. More important now than ever.
It's a good inning for the Bees. It could be a great one with one swing of the bat for Carson Shoup. Rookie Allison caught all of that baseball into left field, by the way.
Did.
Comes the 1-0. This one chopped over to third. It's a fair ball grabbed at third. Long throw low, but a great catch on the one hop at first to retire the side. Not before the Bees take the lead. It is 2-1. Juju Yano will try to maintain that advantage when we return. This is Game 1 of the Class 3A sectional round, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Turf Masters Landscape Management has been serving the Upper Cumberland since 1996. They offer a variety of services, including lawn maintenance, landscape design and installation, landscape lighting, irrigation systems, and more. For more information, contact Matt Wilson at 931-261-1587 today. Turf Masters Landscape Management is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. The Real Estate Collective Land and Farm Team represents a dedicated group of individuals possessing a wealth of expertise in land and farm sales. They possess a range of resources at their disposal, all aimed at showcasing the innate qualities of each property. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective Land and Farm Team is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
This game is flipped. Upperman now leads for the first time. It's 2-1. Juju Yano, he's been dominant the last 2.5, or really 3 frames, just one base runner against him since the start of the second inning. He's going to face 6, 7, 8 in the Lions order. Trying to work clean here and get back to the bats on the other side. Score update in the sectional round. Tullahoma and Saudi Daisy tied at 0-1 out, bottom of the 8th inning. But the Wildcats had the bases loaded as they try to get one step away from the spring fling.
Trying to win that. I believe that is that their first game as well?
It is, I believe. Tootin's on the mound, so we'll see. Maybe not. I think they're going to play 2 today and 1 tomorrow. These two teams going to face off tomorrow at least once. Game 2 will be at 4 o'clock Central, 5 o'clock Eastern time. Game 3 will be immediately following that if there is a split of the first 2 games. Score update, Gordonsville trying to battle back. They trail 6-2 against the Whitwell Tigers in a winner-take-all game in single-A sub-state action. It's at Whitwell tonight. Tigers from Gordonsville went an early hole, but now back within 4. Braden Stoltz going to climb in here. He's 0 for 1 with a punch out, and Yano has all of a sudden started mowing through with his strikeout stuff. First pitch right down the middle for strike one.
And that's been the big thing, been able to get ahead in these counts. And even though he's actually gone to quite a few full counts in these last 2 innings, every single time he's gotten there, he's been able to get the strikeout.
No strikeouts in the first, 7 in the last 3 frames for Juju Yano. Here comes the 0-1. Another great pitch. Brings the first one in, next one out, and he's ahead 0-2.
And now you can go anywhere on 0-2. No swings on the fastball. He's going to choke up and try to catch up to it.
0-2, swung on and missed. Juju Yano talking that talk on the mound after another Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout.
Well, they got the 2 runs across. Now you've got Yano on the mound, who was already throwing really well. He's throwing downhill. He's got that momentum going. He's trying to make some quick work.
Sadi Daisy turns a double play to get out of the bases loaded jam. They're going to the 9th there. What a game there. Here's Tavion Bonds. He ripped a single, and I mean ripped it. Justin Fallon was there in center in a hurry. Otherwise, it's a double for him. He climbs back in here, had an inside slider that he roped towards the gap. First pitch, waved at and missed. The fastball working for Julian Yano. It's 0-1.
He's pumped that one up to 82 as well.
He touched 84 a couple times on the glance over. 0-1. Dots up the outside corner. Ahead again. 0-2, the second straight batter. 5 pitches, 5 strikes. The 0-2. Fouled back, and we'll do it again.
Hadn't thrown the breaking ball yet either. It's been 6 straight fastballs, and the breaking ball is what Bonds was able to rip into the outfield last time.
And in the first inning, the fastball wasn't there. Now it is there, and you see why Yano has the stats and reputation that he has. Here comes the 0-2. Good pitch, a little bit in, and it's 1-2. 7-hole hitter here, trying to put some pressure on, become base runner. You just need 1 run if you're Red Bank to tie the game, 2 to take the lead. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed. This is impressive. Another Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout for Juju Yano.
It was interesting before that pitch. He was asking the home plate umpire, did that miss up? And he said it missed inside, so he brought it more over the plate, but he still went up with it. Elevates the fastball. It looks really good. You just can't hit it.
That is 3 straight and 6 out of 7. Lions retired via the strikeout. Hayden Nam flew out to right. It was the diving catch by Carson Holroyd. First pitch, fastball misses out, and he's starting to pop the glove. 1-0. Both Juju and Alec Wilson, when they catch their rhythm, they work so quickly and just mow through teams as that one misses up and in, and it's quickly 2-0. And the onus is on a hitter. You got to put it in play somewhere, hope they miss with a wild pitch to knock them off of that rhythm. Here's the 2-0. This one weakly rolled over. Wilson is there, and he will win the race for the 3 unassisted. And it is 9 straight Lions retired by Juju Yano and the Bees. We head to the 6th. It is 2-1. Upperman looking for insurance when we return. This is the Class 3A Sub-State Round presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media.
Tee Up is the Upper Cumberland's brand new indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. You want to know how you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teeupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Are you looking for the best dining experience in the Upper Cumberland? Visit Fire and Vine in Cookeville's historic West Side. Fire and Vine offers great service and a unique menu, including mouth-watering deep dish pizza, delectable beef, chicken, fish, and more. Take in stunning views from the rooftop while enjoying your meal. Come and experience the charm and flavor of Fire and Vine, your new favorite spot for a memorable dining experience. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
The Bees looking for insurance as we head to the top of the 6th. It's 2-1. Upperman knows all too well how much you go into the catbird seat if you can win game 1 on a best-of-3 series, especially with Alec Wilson ready to go. The state's leader in the classification in wins and strikeouts. Now, a little bit behind strikeouts to Balin Tootin because he threw today. He'll try to get that lead back tomorrow. He'll be ready to go in game 1. Alvarez ready to go for Red Bank. The Bees feel great about Big Al. As Juju Yano's 0 for 2 on the day, and he rips the first pitch he sees into foul territory at 0-1. Sean Bruni back to work. And Jacob, he's given his team a chance to win this baseball game tonight.
He really has. Just the 2 runs across so far. And again, I think the biggest part of this game right now, and it still is, bases loaded, nobody out. It didn't let anything across. I know the 2 runs across, but you're still in an opportunity where one swing of the bat, you can tie it up.
Breaking ball, Yano sends this one into left. It's a misread, and it's down. Left fielder took a step in. He needed to go back because Yano touched that one. He slides into second with a Rico double.
Yeah, and you said it just came in hard initially, thought it wasn't very well hit over his head easily, and Yano able to get into second with a leadoff double.
Braden Green now trying to do some big damage with one swing here. And Yano's going to stay on and run, of course. He's got plenty of quickness.
And you talked about in that last inning, the middle of the lineup really struggled to get on base. These last 2, been able to get on base.
First 2 times, 2 through 7, didn't reach. Now they're starting to reach. You have this leadoff double for Juju Yano. My goodness, how big would that be with how he's thrown on the other side? Just one base runner since the second, and that was in the second. It's actually 10 straight Lions that have been retired by Yano and the Bees defense. And now Bruni trying to hunker down against Braden Green. First pitch, it's the smallest zone in the order. It's just a tick up. It's a good pitch, and it's 1-0.
It's got to be frustrating, especially as a bigger pitcher as well. You really got to bring it down to Braden Green.
And we'll see how this game finishes. It has been a very consistent zone. There's been a couple of misses,
it's been really good.
But credit to the gentleman behind home plate is the 1-0. This one is fair down the right field line. It's going to score Yano. Green going to pull into first safely with a huge RBI single, and the Bees have some insurance in the 6th.
Braden Green coming through with a big hit, able to play Yano from second base. They're starting to look for that insurance, able to get that first run across. We'll see if they can get any more.
There's Braden Otani. We wonder when he was going to return to the order. Just a single, but it's 16 RBIs now on the year for him. Carson Holroyd, he's had a good day.
Runner here.
He has walked and singled so far, and we'll see. Yeah, it's Cody Lowe time for the Bees. No, It is not.
Jackson West.
Jackson West time for the Bees. He's going to come on and run for Green. A little more speed on the base paths, and if you can give Yano a 2-run lead, a 3-run lead, you feel great about your chances to go up 1-0 in the series. Carson Holroyd, he's a prime bunt candidate, as is the young man behind him, Evan Huddleston.
He's been swinging it well, though. I don't know if I take the bat out of his hands right now.
Well, they tried a suicide squeeze earlier. This is more of a textbook bunt spot. We'll see if they do it. They bunted once for a single. That was Huddleston. First pitch, great curveball across for strike 1. That's a huge AB for Braden Green.
Yeah.
Humongous for the Bees. Jackson West, the runner for Green at first, takes his lead. It's a healthy one. Typically not looking to steal, but he does add more quickness on base hits or potential bunts. Huddleston, or Holroyd, does not look like he's going to bunt. Here comes the 0-1. Psych, got me. Breaking ball, and now West in a little bit of a run down. He will retreat safely as the pitch missed up, and Holroyd had to pull the bat back.
Yeah, he had a big lead, just kind of that hard initial step just to get that throw down, see if it goes into center field.
It's a good job by the young Jackson West.
Yep.
Because that's an easy spot where you get caught in no man's land and just try to keep running and get tagged out. But he stays put, nobody out.
Coach Painter down there doing a good job coaching him up as well.
Yeah, he's been a big boost for them in that first base coaching box. Holroyd shows bunt again. He's going to pull it back. The 1-1. Told you. He swings at that one, comes up empty, and it's 1-2. We've watched a few Upperman baseball games this year, Jacob.
If they're squaring around early, they're probably not bunting.
Unless it's Evan Huddleston. Sometimes
maybe
he'll hold it there. Holroyd, he's going to try and slap it. 1-2, big opportunity for Bruni. Try to get that first out of the inning. Glance over the shoulder. 3 times. Now he slides home. Breaking ball just tipped by Carson Holroyd. And we'll re-rack it and do it one more time.
Still 0-0. Saudi Daisy Tullahoma heading to the bottom of the 9th.
Wow. Bet they're having fun calling that one. Our friends on the Duck.
Yes.
That's one of my favorite call signs, the Duck in Tullahoma. And it's rubber ducks all over the car. That's sweet. A 1-2 coming to Holroyd. Breaking ball again,
wow.
A late decision. He stays alive.
That is a tremendous job to foul that one off. You said it, late decision, realized it was going to break in there for a strike and able to just get a piece of it.
A young man batting sub 200 a year ago. He's at 307. He's reached twice today.
And it is
leads the team in stolen bases. what a year it's been for Carson Holroyd, not to mention the play in right field. He's made several of those this year. He had another one that got robbed from him in the district tournament. Here's the 1-2. And that one swung on and missed. A big fastball for Sean Bruni to get back in the inning.
That's really big right there. Holroyd did a good job of battling in. Got the fastball in that inside corner, just unable to get turned on it.
Fallon on deck. Here comes Evan Huddleston again. Had a tremendous bunt for a single, and he's been hit by a pitch. He scored the run for the Bees back in the 5th. Red Bank trying to turn 2 and not have to face Fallon here. Breaking ball in there for strike 1. Curveball's been really good for Sean Bruni today.
It's been the go-to. Whenever he's been needing to get ahead, he's been able to get that one across and does it right there.
And it still has that big action as it drops off at kind of 12-6 on it. And he's a taller kid, so it's coming way down. It's a really good pitch. 0-1. He threw it again. That time blocked up nice by Brasino.
It's not a bad spot, though. He kind of started where it looks like it's going to start as a strike if it's a fastball, and you break it off of there and try to get a chase.
Problem is, Evan Huddleston doesn't really care about a one-strike count. He treats it like it's 3-0 until there's 2 on the board. 1-1. West takes his lead. Huddleston swings at this one, angling towards the gap, and it drops in. West had to hold just in case. It's a single for Evan Huddleston, and he sets the table again for Justin Fallon. And now, 4th time through, will Coach Roberson make a move? I should say, or is he going to roll with Bruni on the mound? It looks like he's going to stay with him, and here comes Justin Fallon.
He's gotten out of a couple of jams already, trying to trust him to do so already. The junior on the mound, he's been really good. And now you get to face the top of the lineup again.
Fallon has struck out, walked, and doubled so far. 2 on, a lot of speed. Weston Huddleston, he tried to park it. Sends it up into the air in foul territory. A look at first, but it will just get out of here. 0-1. That was the ambush swing from Justin Fallon. Could see him on the mound. Upperman would love to not see him on the mound, quite frankly. They want to get 7 out of Yano today, 7 out of Alec Wilson tomorrow. But Red Bank may have something to say about that one, especially with Alvarez going the other way. We could have a dog fight tomorrow in game number 1.
I could have one very similar to this.
0-1, breaking ball. That one misses up. He's thrown that a lot to Fallon the last couple of ABs.
Well, he saw that fastball. The very first pitch he threw of the game gets sent out all the way to the center field wall.
1-1. Bruni up to 94 pitches on Petey's gun, or stat sheet. Here's the 1-1. Fastball, low and outside, 2-1, and Chris Worsing behind, and this 1-2 is just really 1 through 9, but this Fallon and Worsing can break your heart.
Yeah, and there's some conversations over there in the dugout, just making sure everybody's ready if they need to make a change.
We can't see the bullpen down there. Here comes the 2-1. Breaking ball. Fallon sends this one into center. Great beat on it on an atom ball, and West left early, so he retreats. I think he was going to be out anyway, so he ends up safe, and a great job of getting the big out as Fallon flies out to center.
It's a really good job. It was hit hard. Good play out there in center field. And you said at West, he was trying to time it up. Left early, so he has to come back. But it was a pretty good throw. He may have been gunned down at third base, even if he takes off.
Yeah, that ball was well struck, but a really nice positioning for Davis in center. Here comes Chris Worsing. Had an RBI single his last time up. He's popped out and grounded out. 1 for 3 so far. A single here could score a critical insurance run. The Bees about 1 across in this frame so far, but now 2 outs. First pitch, and that's going to hit him. It'll be Alec Wilson trying to get his first hit of the day as the bases are loaded again for the Bees.
Oh, and it's second time for Alec Wilson. I doubt he's going to be having the suicide squeeze on here with 2 outs, though.
That would be flabbergasting if they try to drop a squeeze down here of any form. Here comes the Carson Newman signee, the senior leader of this baseball team. He's got the mound tomorrow. He wants it to be for a trip to the spring fling. The regular season district pitcher of the year in 7 AAA. And he's first pitch swinging. Chops this one to the third base line, but it is foul. 0-1. And for Wilson, how about the day he had on Saturday in the Region 4 3A tournament? Getting the win in the first game, had to have it against Stone, turning around, coming in, and getting the save. The Tennessee commit. Alex Bedford at the plate with 2 on and nobody out, only up 1. Strikeout, pop out to him to get here to the sub-state round.
Oh, that's why they saved him, why they pulled him when they did in game number 1. Justin Fallon did a great job in the couple of innings of work that he'd had in that second game against Lawrence County, and then Alec Wilson able to close the door.
Here's the 0-1 coming as Bruni tries to get out of a jam. 2 on. Kicks and deals. That one misses low, and it's 1-1. Rookie Allison on deck next. He smashed a double his last time up. Bees starting to, they've been a lot of traffic on the base paths here the past couple of innings. And now time called. Sean Bruni trying to battle in. He's preserving the bullpen. This is going to be pitch number 100 for him. The 1-1. Breaking ball. Wilson smacks it into right. There's a slip in right field, but it hangs up enough for the adjustment to make the catch. The Bees do get one insurance run, but 2 more left stranded. Juju Yano looking for another goose egg in the bottom half. It's 3-1. This is the Class 3A sectional game number 1, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Eminette's Eagle Auction and Realty is proud to present an online-only auction featuring 2 homes on an acre of land in the heart of Cookeville. This piece of land is a perfect investment opportunity for developers. You can bid on this property at eagleauctions.com or call 931-526-5335 for more information. Bidding on this online-only auction ends Saturday, May 17th at 10 a.m. Eminette's Eagle Auction and Realty is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Juju Yano back to work. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning, and Upperman's lead is now 3-1. It's 3 unanswered, and it's 10 straight. Lions have been retired on the base paths. Yano's strikeout stuff has really shined through. 1 run across in the first. They had a 2-out single in the second, Jacob, and since then, it's been dominance by the senior pitcher on the mound.
Well, and I just looked at the pitch count. He's only at 77 now, so he's really come down with the pitch count. Was really starting to pile it up there those first few innings. The strikeouts starting to pile up as well. Tullahoma gets the job done against Saudi Daisy, 1-0 in extras.
Walk-off winner for them in that sub-state round. Greenville's already punched their ticket with an extra inning win and then a more dominant win over Seymour last night. DJ Wilbur going to lead it off. 9-1-2 due up for the Lions. If they're going to get a rally, it's a great opportunity for them. First pitch swinging for Wilbur, but it's right at the sure-handed Evan Huddleston for out number 1.
Just a little bit off the end of the bat that time. Looked like it was struck pretty well, but you said it. Huddleston read it well, and quick out for out number 1.
Back to the top of the order. Tremel Davis Jr. 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout so far. Now 11 straight Lions retired by Yano.
And this is obviously a huge inning. Now you're facing the top of the lineup with 1 out.
That pitch waved at and missed. It's 0-1.
You're trying to get quickly through here, maybe tack on another one in the top half of the 7th.
If the scoreboard is a little laggy, just listen to our words. Don't worry about it. It's running off of our hotspot, and we don't have great Wi-Fi. So,
and as you can see, I forgot to put the run up when the Bees scored in the last inning. It is indeed 3-1. It's up there.
Well,
now.
That's a little bit old. This is laggy as well, but we're okay. We also can't see comments as they pop up, but we know we're live. Here comes the 0-2. That one misses outside, and it's 1-2 to Davis. The very dangerous Alvarez on deck next. Semi-okay right now. Here comes the 1-2. Yano, this one swung on. Dangerous. Up into center, shallow center, and Chris Worsing going to race back and make the catch from a shortstop position, and it's 2 up, 2 down.
And he saw Yano there as well. He kind of tapped his chest because he missed his spot, and he got lucky for it. Chris Worsing makes a great job from his shortstop position.
Out number 2 for the Bees. Here comes Anya Alvarez. He walked, came around to score the first run, the only run so far for the Lions. Mentioned he's going to get the ball tomorrow for him. As that first pitch, little miss, not by much, and it's 1-0. A 1-0 coming here. Yano, that one did not come out clean. Still 80 on the gun, though, and it's 2-0. And they clearly do not want to make a big mistake to Alvarez. They're respecting him. They're not pitching anything close to him.
Yeah, even on the strikeout, it was still going inside with the breaking ball.
The 2-0, that one, great pitch. Outside corners, 2-1.
Alvarez is up on the plate as well.
2-1. That one foul tipped in. Yano and out away. And he's nodding his head. Yes, he remembers when there was a ball thrown earlier and Alvarez stepped out to him. He no doubt remembers. And one thing we know about Juju Yano, he's a competitor. The 2-2 swung on and missed. And a huge flex by the senior on the mound. The Bees looking for insurance, 1 inning away from a Game 1 victory. It's 3-1. We head to the 7th. This is the Class 3A Sub-State Round, Game number 1, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment and the Watson Chevy, UCR Media Network.
Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and test drive the all-new Chevy Trax or Silverado today. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
The Quality Family, a local company supporting and caring for our local communities. The Quality Family offers services to get you back to the game. From bracing to oxygen and everything in between, we can meet your medical equipment needs with Buckeye Home Medical Equipment. If you have an in-home need for strength and conditioning, for example after a surgery or injury, Quality Home Health is available to provide individualized care while you are on the mend. For those with end-of-life diseases, Quality Hospice is available to provide nurturing care during those difficult times. Choose the Quality family of services for care within your community. Visit thequalityfamily.com to navigate all we have to offer you.
The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this beautiful 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom home located in the quaint Magnolia Creek subdivision. Explore tiny home living in this 1,008 square foot home. Built in 2023, this kitchen has all stainless steel appliances and beautiful countertops. This home has a back porch, carport, and extra storage room. For more information, visit chadandamycrouch.com or call 931-979-1191. The Crouch team with Islands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
The Bees looking for insurance. They'll look against a different pitcher for the first time in the ballgame. We have called it a bullpen. It's for the Red Bank Lions as they're going to give the ball to another right-hander, Hayden Nam, a junior, going to come on and throw. He's thrown 21 innings this year, 30 hits, 26 runs, 18 hits, 10 walks, and 24 strikeouts. He faces off against 4, 5, 6 for the Bees, who lead 3-1. They've gotten an absolute gem out of Juju Yano on the other side, rather. He'll be trying to close out a complete game victory, but they would love a extra run or two to breathe a little bit easier. At heart of the order coming up in the bottom half. Rookie Allison, first pitch swing, comes up empty. He's 1 for 3 today.
Yeah, and it's going to be Juju Yano because there's no game 2 today, so it is his game no matter what.
And if they can save Fallon for tomorrow,
absolutely.
They feel tremendous. They'll have Wilson, Worsing, and Fallon all available tomorrow, 3 high-level arms. 0-1, Allison rips that one, and rookie Allison again sends it into left for a base hit. And the Bees have another leadoff base runner, this time against Nam, and it'll bring up Carson Shoup.
He's starting to see it a little bit better as rookie Allison obviously ripped it his last time up out to left all the way to the wall. That time rips it down the line and able to get the leadoff base runner aboard.
Runner going to come on here. It's Rylan Case, the courtesy runner.
In the comments, it is indeed 3-1. I just completely forgot to put up the run when the Bees scored in the last inning, so that one's on me.
We're commentators. We're just masquerading
I did
as
everything
producers.
else on the scoreboard except for the run, the most important thing.
Well, it is 3-1, as we told you. Worst case, trust what we say, not what's
Yes,
on the screen.
yes.
That's first pitch into Shoup. Ooh, generous call for Nam for strike 1.
It's really the first one.
There's been a couple, but you know what?
Yeah.
All that being said, after what happened last year at Signal Mountain,
Sure.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
It's been a fairly called baseball game. Here comes the 0-1. Shoup rolls this one foul. And what did we say last year? At times it felt like the kids weren't deciding the game. This one feels like the kids are deciding the baseball game.
100%.
That's really all you want.
I mean, Juju Yano has been absolutely tremendous on the mound for the Bees. He's going to have a chance coming up in the bottom part of the inning, but obviously Upperman's going to try to play to run before that.
Back tomorrow, 4 o'clock Central Time, first pitch. Game 2 in a best of 3. We'll play a third if there's a split. Shoop awaits as Nam slides with the 0-2. That one misses low. 1-2. Juju Yano on deck next, and Shoop, the lone bee, well, one of 2 bees to not reach so far in this ball game. But he's put it in play. 3 ground outs so far. 2 to the pitcher, 1 over to the third. Case slides over at first. We have not seen a move yet. This one rolled over. Could be 2. Alvarez, throw to second is low. No throw to first. So on a fielder's choice, they'll get the first out of the inning.
Yeah, a smart decision there. You get that lead out, so you get the speedy runner out on the base path as well. Shoop, we're obviously reaching on the fielder's choice. You got to get that first down and kind of settle it a little bit. Now Juju Yano, we'll see if he can't do what he did last time, rip it out to center field.
Yeah, he hit a double back in his last appearance. Climbs in here trying to give himself a 3 or 4 run advantage. Beasley 3-1, top of the 7th here in game 1. Shoop takes a lead. That pitch misses up. Stick around post game for the Nelson Trophy and screen printing player of the game. We'll have the stat lines and for heading back to the Upper Cumberland. Yeah, you can, if this game holds, you know who the player of the game is going to be. Anyway, Juju Yano's at the plate. Here comes the 1-0. That one bounces in. Another good block. Brasino's been good behind the plate today for the Lions.
It's been Bruni's behind the plate now.
Oh, my apologies. Bruni's behind the plate. Both of them are good behind the plate. And Brasino's over at third. So Bruni behind the plate.
Still a good block.
Yeah, it was a great block. Here comes the 2-0 rather to Yano. Instead, Nam will step off. So they just do a little shift around the battery here and to left. Over to third base, rather. The 2-0 coming home. That one foul tip back, and what the Bees have done. Huge crowd. It's not as rowdy right now as it was earlier, and we were saying, could they get a lead here and try to turn it back into kind of your standard game? They've done it, but certainly not safe. In the bottom half of the 7th, it's going to be 3, 4, 5 due up, so big bats for the Red Bank Lions as they'll try to walk it off. 2-1 to Yano. He swings at this one, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. A good jump on it in center, but no chance to make a throw for Davis, and Juju Yano has a 2-hit day in addition to the gem he's throwing on the mound.
That ball hit well, and Petey just pointed out a big stat. The Bees today have left 9 runners on the base path. For Red Bank, only one of them has been left on the base path so far, so that's obviously a big discrepancy, and so the Bees' lead could be a little bit more.
To that point, Red Bank has had 1 base runner since the 2nd inning,
Yep.
None since the 3rd, so the Bees have been a little bit more on the base paths, and now Carson Shoop going to get a runner. Cody Lowe going to come on and run for him. So speed at both first and second. Braden Green hit a RBI single down the first base line. That was huge for the Bees as it gave them a little bit of a cushion in the last frame. 1 out, top of the 7th. Upperman looking for more.
It took them a little bit to time up these pitchers for Red Bank, but they've been able to do so here in these last few innings. Big to get that insurance run across. We'll see if they can do it again with a runner in scoring position and 1 out.
The Bees felt very good about coming on the road, knowing they had to do it against Lenore City 3 years ago. Had to do it last year, obviously, and not the result they wanted against Signal Mountain, but they've had a professional approach today. Will it be enough is the question. Nam looks back, fires in a great pitch. Fastball across for 0-1.
That's not where Green likes it. He wants it on the inside half of the plate. That one on the outside corner. Obviously, you might be watching it early on as well.
Yano at first. Low at second. Little rope-a-dope move for Alvarez. Trying to hold him close. Few looks back. Here's the 0-1 to Green. That one misses up. Great 8 and 9 coming up. Holroyd and Huddleston in the hole. And then the big bats in for Red Bank. You got to get 2 outs in the next 3 batters. Got to. 1-1 coming from Nam. That's another one. Drops off the table. Right in there, 1-2.
Really similar pitchers in Bruni and Nam. Similar stuff. Obviously, the breaking ball that time. Able to get it across, and we'll see what Green can do here with 2 strikes.
And that one didn't have that height that Bruni has, but it was still a really nice pitch. Just dropped in, and now 1-2 to Green. The junior awaits. Fastball, and he sends this one. That one angling, and it's going to be caught. Throw behind him at second in time, and Red Bank turns 2. Lowe got caught off the bag at second, but Juju Yano will try to end the ball game and take game 1 when we return. It's 3-1 in game 1 in the best of 3, the sub-state round of the Class 3A postseason. Presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future. It's what we do. Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman Athletics on UCR. Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer with a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR.
Bottom of the 7th inning, Juju Yano trying to close out a complete game victory in game 1 of a best-of-3 series against the Region 3 3A champion Red Bank Lions. It is 3-4-5 due up, trying to solve him. Jack Barkaloo led off his day today with an RBI single back in the first. He's one of the few Lions to reach base against Juju today.
Yeah, and this is who you want up if you're Red Bank. 3, 4, and 5 in your lineup, but Juju Yano has been special here in these last 3-4 innings. It was a little bit slow in those first couple of innings. Obviously, that one run coming across as well, but he has been very, very solid. Yano's going to try to do it again here in the bottom of the 7th in this middle part of the lineup.
Jack Barkaloo going to try to become a base runner. That's the key. You get the tying run on deck right now if you're Red Bank down by 2. Upperman did not capitalize on some opportunities. They left 10 runners on the base paths today. The door is cracked open. They're going to try to kick it down, and the crowd back in it trying to spurn their team. It's a little nervous energy, but it is energy. First pitch swung on and fouled back and out of play. For Yano, absolutely no problem on the pitch count. It's at 89 now.
Yeah, I mean, he's been absolutely dealing here these last 4 innings. That pitch count ballooned a little bit in the first 2 or 3.
0-1. Misses a little bit up, and it's 1-1.
He's been able to mix those in there. He's been getting some swings and misses on the elevated fastballs. So we'll see if he mixes in the breaking ball a little bit more.
He takes a deep breath. Here comes the 1-1 home to Barkaloo. And my goodness, what a slider. Drops in, and it's 1-2.
Again, you start it up, bring it down. You change the eye level with the fastball previous, and now you can go anywhere.
Hasn't thrown it very much recently, but he ripped it off there. Now the 1-2 coming home. Swung on. This is going to be a foul ball if it drops, and it does. And we'll do it again. Would have been extra bases potentially for the speedy Barkaloo, but it was tailing, just like one of my golf shots, slicing.
Not with the driver. Your driver ain't going right.
No, the driver's going right back to Yano. On the ground, slowly. Here comes the 1-2 home. And a good battle here, as you would expect, out of the 3-hole hitter. Right fielder trying to stay alive, and we'll do it again.
Yeah, one of the best bats in the lineup, leading him in average this season in batting average, so he's not going to go down easily.
Yano adjusts and now sets up. Here he comes with a 1-2. Slider away, good take, 2-2.
It's not a bad spot for Yano at all. You're trying to get that chase here on 2-2. You're still fine, and it looks like the pitch count having an issue.
It is, so now Wes Shanks will come out and look at it, make sure everything's still connected, and get that fixed. Yano out there on the mound, a 2-2 count. He's just been cruising. He got a little bit of trouble in the first. Single, walk, single. Since then, 1 base hit for the Lions, and it came back in the second. But yet the Bees only up by 2, so one base hit would send this place into a frenzy. Loop and a blast could tie it. Here's the 2-2. Fastball up, and we run full. Had a lot of these tonight, 3-2.
This one obviously the biggest one in the bottom of the 7th, up by 2 runs.
Cleanup hitter on next in Bruni. Here comes the 3-2. Yano kicks and deals. Fastball and another foul off. Let's do it again. What a battle here.
This is awesome. It's been a great game.
This is what you expect in a sub-state round. I mean, this is awesome. Here comes the 3-2 payoff pitch again. Yano fires home. Swung on right back to him, and Barkaloo does the job. The tying run comes to the plate for Red Bank.
Just far enough past the outstretched glove of Juju Yano on the mound. He's falling to that first base side. It goes to the left of him. Really good job by Barkaloo, who works a very deep AB. Now Coach Shanks will be coming out to have a conversation.
And I wonder if he may take a look into center field with Justin Fallon, the flamethrower there. Cleanup batter in Sean Bruni at the plate. He's flown out twice. You're about to see a velocity change in Red Bank, Tennessee. New pitcher for the Bees when we come back. Justin Fallon to the bump. Tying run at the plate for the Lions. It's game 1 of a best of 3. Don't go anywhere.
Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman Athletics on UCR. Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer. With a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR. Discover this stylish and modern 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home with an open split bedroom floor plan designed for comfort and convenience. With 3,318 square feet under one roof, plus a bonus room over the garage and 1,400 square foot basement. Located in the Brookstone subdivision, this home is just minutes from Cookeville. The builder is also offering up to 3% in closing cost assistance. Call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145.
Welcome back. A call to the bullpen for Wes Shanks. He goes to the lefty senior Justin Fallon out of center field. He will touch 91 with the fastball. He has been dominant in his limited outings. Coming back from that hamstring injury, appearance number 5 1/3 innings, 11 strikeouts, 7 walks, 1 hit, 0 runs, and in his last 3, the gutsy effort against Lawrence County, he has mowed through batters, and that's exactly what Wes Shanks is looking for today.
You mentioned that outing against Lawrence County. Came in relief of Chris Worsing, who went the first 4 innings in that game. He goes 2 innings, only allows 1 hit, no runs, did walk 3 batters, but had 4 strikeouts. It's going to be with that fastball anywhere from about 85. We got all the way up to 91. He'll control it more around the 85 range, but then he brings in the breaking ball, which moves all kinds. He can drop that down to the lower 70s.
The Bees are looking for 24 or less pitches out of Justin Fallon. Nobody out here in the top of the, or bottom of the 7th, rather. Jack Barkaloo just worked a great AB and hit a single in a liner into center. He's at first. Will they try and steal? Really no reason to other than to take away a double play ball because you need 2 to tie this game. Rookie Allison has caught both runners who've attempted to steal today.
Oh, it's going to be even tougher with Justin Fallon on the mound as well.
Unless it gets away, which
that's true.
He's been a lot better about it this year, but
it is true.
There are moments. Here's Sean Bruni. 0 for 2 with a couple of flyouts. You go from the righty, Yano is cruising about 81, up to low 90s, upper 80s with the lefty for Fallon. We mentioned all year he was going to be their closer. He's looking to get a save here today in game 1 in a best of 3. Barkaloo takes his lead. Of course, left-handed pitcher looking right at him. Stays put for now. Fastball will be a little low for ball 1. And the crowd very much in it. They're on their feet here at Red Bank.
Making noise, even down by a couple of runs. They're trying to get that momentum back on their side. And the Bees looking for an important first down.
The 1-0 coming to Bruni. Fallon fires home, a little bit up. And knowing Justin Fallon, he loves that. He loves the noise. This is a gamer. He's usually at the front of the student section. When the Bees won the basketball state championship, he was the front row. Now a little flick throw over. Holding Barkaloo at first. Nobody out. 2-0 count. Fallon trying to find the zone here. 2-0, that's right down Main Street. And now a throw behind the runner, and he nearly got him. Alec Wilson thought he had him. Can't believe the call. Barkaloo back in safely, and it's 2-1.
That was really, really close. Barkaloo didn't realize rookie Allison was throwing behind. Wilson, the tag maybe just a tad second late.
That's the rookie Allison special over there. He's so good at the back picks. Got one against Lawrence County, a huge one to end an inning. 2-1. A little bit out. 3-1. They're going crazy in that home grandstand right now. Nobody out. Runner at first. Tying run at the plate. Potential game-winning run on deck for Red Bank. Here's the 3-1. Swung on and missed. And he ratcheted that one down. 3-2.
You could see it. There was a visible velocity change. Trying to put it in a good spot. Outside part of the plate. 3-2. Trying to go to that same spot.
The Bees have played so many close games this year. It's why they tested themselves out of the district as well for moments like this. Here's the 3-2 payoff pitch. Misses. Ball 4. Potential winning run comes to the plate with nobody out for Red Bank. Most base runners they've had this entire game since back in the first inning. Runners at first and second. 5-hole hitter. Racino coming to the plate.
And for Justin Fallon, he's got to settle in. He's got to get ahead in this count and really settle those nerves.
Bees with a 3-1 lead, but it hangs in the balance now. Nobody out. Runners at first and second. Big moment here for Brasino. 0 for 2, couple of Ks. First appearance against Fallon. Worked it to a full count, but then lost him. High leg kick. Bunt shown. He just got it back in time for ball 1. Fallon has got to find the zone here, or West Shanks is going to have to make another move. And it may be to Alec Wilson over there at first. They're going crazy.
Coach Robertson actually had to point to which numbers with his hands. To Brasino at the plate.
What an environment for a sub-state matchup. Great game. Hangs in the balance. Now a good throw. And just back in time is Barkaloo. And again, Yano saying his foot wasn't on the bag. Field umpire disagrees, and it's 1-0. And West Shank's going to come out, and he wants to ask him. And I'm sure he's going to say, hey, you want to ask anybody else about that one? And Coach Shanks, he's never going to argue too much.
Justin Fallon was leaning a little bit there before he went to second base.
It's worth the trip out.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
And Fallon has got to find the zone for the Bees. If he does, he can mow through, but he's got to find it. And a little bit wild right now. Understandably so. It's a young man who has a save in a state tournament. Here comes the 1-0. Bunt shown again. Great pitch. Offered at it, strike 1. Racino, this is not the easiest thing in the world to bunt against with that heat coming at you.
Well, and he's bringing it inside as well, so it feels like it's coming even faster at you.
1-1 for Fallon. Into Brasino. Great pitch. Inside corner, 87, strike 2. 1-2.
Same exact spot he just brought that last one. Realizes he's probably not going to want to turn to bunt. Now on 2 strikes, he'll be swinging away. 1
out would be massive for the Bees here. Glance back, the 1-2. Trying to get it again, that time too far inside. Deuce is wild, 2-2 with 2 on.
And that one did just come just ever so slightly more inside there. And that was also, you saw Rookie Allison reaching to his left. Rather, it was already set up on the inside part of the last 2.
The 2-2 to Brasino. Fallon kicks and kneels. Nowhere close, my goodness, what a snag. Now a back pick again. This one gets into the outfield, but backing it up nicely is Evan Huddleston. Braden Green is in left right now for the Bees, by the way, as part of that switch. Huddleston goes to center. 3-2. If you walk him, you may see another change for West Shanks. We'll see. Full count. You don't want to put the tying run in scoring position, the winning run on the base paths with nobody out. Racino's worked it full. It is Rowdy. Payoff pitch. Fouled off, we'll do it again. Roped over into the home dugout.
Right to the dugout.
It was a good pitch. A late swing, but able to get a hand on it. Nice job by Brasino. What a game it's been. Red Bank not going quietly. The 3-2 for Fallon. Swung on, weakly rolled. Going to be a tough play. Wilson comes over, has to flip underhand. Fallon is to it with quickness. And it's in time for out number 1. Runners advance, though, and the tying run in scoring position for Braden Stoltz.
What a job by Justin Fallon. Good play by Alec Wilson as well. He gathers, good flip to Fallon. They get the only out that they can. So it's a great AB. It moves the runners into scoring position. And what an opportunity here for Stoltz with that tying run now on second base and only one out.
It's going to be a very tough play to make, and they were able to make it. Not sure what the question's about here. And they're going to be a runner on. That's what it is. So a runner going to come on here, a little more speed potentially.
Would you
for the Lions?
Yes, putting this guy on?
I think I like Justin Fallon with the strikeout stuff. Stoltz 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts, both swinging. Saying we got to throw strikes one way or another. Only way Fallon really gets into a ton of trouble is getting wild. He brings his A game. You feel good about him against everybody here today. But it is worth a thought. Stoltz 0 for 2, as I mentioned. Both strikeouts came swinging against Yano.
Carson Shoop's going to be coming in at the third base spot.
Runners at second and third. 3-1 ball game. Bottom 7. First pitch misses low, ball 1. And that pitch count at 14 for Fallon. If he goes over 25, he can't pitch tomorrow. 1-0. Miss up, and it's just not there right now for Justin. It's been a little bit all over the map to this point.
Yeah, he was able to battle in that last AB. He's going to have to do the same thing here. And you said that pitch count. This may be his last batter no matter what.
Time called there by Stoltz. Great hitter with Bonds. We saw the swing he had. He's on deck next. Everything you want in a sub-state game. Here's the 2-0. Close, but up. And it's 3-0. And here comes Wes Shanks, and he may make a move. And the question is, if he makes a move, does he go to Chris Worsing? Does he go to Alec Wilson? Does he go somewhere else? Does he go back to Juju Yano potentially? He sure is.
Yep.
Right back to Yano. We'll stay here through it, and I think this is the right move. He's still fresh. He's thrown so well against this part of the lineup, and he's thrown a lot of strikes tonight, Jacob.
Yep, and it's an easy change. The defense doesn't have to change. Fallon just goes back out to center field. Brain Green will come into second base. Chris Worsing over to short, and you said it, just hadn't been able to find the zone. Yano just got taken out just a few batters ago, so the arm is still feeling all right. Pitch count not an issue whatsoever, and this is the first time they've had runners on since what, the third inning?
Since the second inning, back with a 2-out single there. So here's the situation. It's a 3-0 count to Braden Stoltz, and you may end up with that walk that we talked about one way or the other, but it would put the winning run on. So runners at second and third here for the Red Bank Lions as they try and get a dramatic comeback victory and walk this one off in the bottom of the 7th.
Well, and you mentioned it. You really don't want to face Bonds with the bases loaded. No. You really want to get that second out because he's got a really good swing, and he's the DH for a reason. He is up there to hit the baseball.
Unfortunately for the Bees, there's no margin for error for Yano. He has to throw 3 straight strikes or get something in the field for an out if he wants a way out of this one without seeing the bases loaded for Bonds. Great battle here for Red Bank. They have not gone quietly. Their crowd's now back into it. Upperman had kept them subdued. Not anymore, and it really started with that base running mistake for the Bees that led to a double play that ended the top half.
Yeah, low, and you really don't think about it too much, but he was a little bit too far off the bag there. Just that little flare out to left. It's probably going to be caught more times than not. He's too far off the bag, about halfway, and not able to get back in time. Otherwise, you're probably still hitting.
The Bees trying to rely on their postseason experience. You know good teams will never go away quietly. Red Bank has not. Tying run at second. Big run at third, but it's all about the runner at second right now, who's the pinch runner for Bruni. Markaloo is at third. Stoltz at the plate. The 3-0 misses for ball 4, and for Yano, you got to forget about it immediately. Here comes Tavion Bonds, who could end it with one swing of the bat.
So the winning run on first. That's the big thing right now. You just got to focus on the plate. You can allow a run across. You're fine with that.
And you do have the one out on the board.
Yep. So a double play absolutely in play.
It's part of that change. You mentioned Fallon back in the center. Green comes back to second. And you see back in the left field goes Evan Huddleston. First pitch to Bonds. Great fastball. Didn't get the call. 1-0. That was close. Bonds 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout.
Yano thought it was up. Home plate umpire says it missed out.
1-0, great pitch across. It's still 81 for Yano, and it's 1-1.
And he was late on that fastball as well. The breeze feels like it's picking up a little bit.
It is. He's got 19 pitches left. Does Yano. Here's the 1-1. It's not going to take that many. That time outside corner, and it's 1-2. Bonds didn't like it. Juju says, oh, yeah, that's there, and it's 1-2. Looking for the KO pitch with a 1 out, bases loaded for the Lions. Bonds calls time. Everyone takes a breath and resets. Yano goes back to the rosin. 1-2 coming from Julian Yano to Tavion Bonds, the DH, 7-hole hitter. Kicks and deals. A little bit out. Try to go back to it. Missed it that time. 2-2.
Just a little bit.
Can't walk it.
You look in the outfield here as well. Outfielders playing way in. They're trying to cut down that run on second base, not necessarily the run at third.
2-2 from Yano. Swung on, fouled back, will do it again.
And that's why Red Bank is in this game right now. It started with Barkaloo fouling off a ton of pitches, and now Bonds doing the same thing.
2-2 coming again. Bonds and Yano battling here. Game 1. Juju kicks, deals. Another foul. And the pitch count becomes a problem now at 105.
You can always go to Alec Wilson. Chris Worsing as well available.
Chess match is on. The 2-2 again. What a battle. Just tipping. Bonds has not been able to get around on it, but he's tipping it back and staying alive.
Making a change for a runner possibly again.
Another runner coming on. This time it would be the potential game-winning run over at first. So runner at first. Bases loaded here. 2-2 again to Bonds.
Yano has not thrown a breaking ball in this AB.
Well, he threw 2 earlier, and one of them got tattooed by Bonds, so he's in the back of his mind. Here's the 2-2 again. What a battle. I mean, this is an incredible at-bat. I mean, this is what Sub-State's about. And he's run that pitch count way up. Now Yano's running out of pitches. Has 13 left. Another 2-2. Juju kicks and deals. Got him. Cold. Strike 3. Julian Yano, an out away from closing out a gym, but it's still bases loaded for the Lions.
What an absolute battle won by Yano. Brings it down a little bit. Been going up in the zone, multiple pitches. Brings it down a little more. Able to get him to freeze.
Bases loaded. It's a good point. I think you're right, Petey. We'll talk about it after if they pull it off. Last chance is Nam. First pitch swinging, and it's down. Huddleston is to it. It bobbles it, and everyone's going to be safe. Throw to third, though. The tag is there, and we're going to extras. He did score, so it is 3-3, and we're going to have extra baseball. The Lions come back and get 2 across on a 2 RBI hit by Hayden Nam, but then a base running mistake gets the Bees into extra innings. We're going to the 8th, and it's about to get very interesting here in Game 1 of a best-of-3. Don't go anywhere.
What if opportunity was all in a day's work?
We find new ways to make vacation dreams a reality. And that inspires me to do my best work every single day.
What if you can make a real impact in people's lives with a team that cares?
What I do matters, not just for guests, but for my team. We rely on each other each and every day.
What if your work inspired fun and moved people?
We put the world on vacation. Our job is to make people happy. Inspiring travelers around the world to live their best lives never stops being fulfilling.
At Travel and Leisure, what if can be what is. Stop wondering. Join the travel movement. And start a career where memories start with you.
We told you good teams would not go quietly. Red Bank certainly is a good team. It is 3-3, and we're playing extra innings tonight in game one in a best of three, and the chess match is on, and they're going to go to their number one. The ace on the mound, Anyar Alvarez, going to go, the Venezuelan right-hander, and he's going to face off against 8-9-1 for the Bees, and they're going to try to get at least one run back and see if they can finish it off in the eighth.
Alvarez in 13 appearances this year. He is their ace, a 6-5 record with a 1.90 ERA, and he's done it in 55 and a third innings pitched. 15 earned runs, 32 runs allowed. He's got 76 strikeouts to 28 walks, and a batting average against. Pretty solid number in there as well, 192.
Consistently at 80 miles an hour on the gun there in his warm-up pitches. We'll see if he amps it up at all. Going to face a really good 8-9-1. Holroyd, Huddleston, and Fallon for the Bees. They're trying to put it in the rearview mirror and come out, and the question is, will we see Alec Wilson on the other side or Chris Worsing potentially in inning number 8 for the Bees?
Well, and how important was it there for Red Bank? They did get that run across before the tag was applied. If that tag is applied before the run hits home, the game would have been over with.
Alec Wilson is in the bullpen for the Bees, so they're going to answer with their ace on the other side. Alvarez has great stuff, and there's a check swing. Huddleston, or Holroyd rather, they say he offered at it. It was in the dirt, 0-1. Today, Holroyd, he's singled, walked, and struck out.
He's really good at holding it up. But that time, home plate umpire says he offered.
Here comes the 0-1 to Holroyd. And that's a great breaking ball. 71, and you see Alvarez's stuff already. It's 0-2.
Yeah, that moves quite a bit across.
The game changes completely now.
It does.
And this is where it's so interesting, the pitching, and what do? Here comes the 0-2. That one misses away, a good take, and it's 1-2.
And obviously, both coaches know how important winning game one is, putting you in the driver's seat for the rest of the series.
Bees had it, gave it up, and a credit, some great ABs for Red Bank in the bottom of the 7th to tie it up at 3. That one misses outside, and it's 2-2. And now for Upperman, they got to get him to 24 pitches as soon as possible because he has to come out. They cannot throw more than 24, just like Wilson and Worsing will not throw more than 24 here. So working counts will be big. Here's the 2-2. That one misses, low and outside. We run full at 3-2.
So that's exactly what you're looking for if you're Carson Holroyd at the plate. Get that pitch count up, already up to 5.
There's no question he's coming out at 24, just like Alec Wilson would on the other side. 3-2 payoff pitch. That one misses ball 4, and a great AB for Carson Holroyd as he leads off the 8th with a leadoff Nick's Restaurant walk.
It's a really tough take as well. It's kind of on that bottom part just outside. Able to watch it all the way through. Comes Evan Huddleston, and now do you see a little bit of small ball, especially here in extras?
In their entire sub-state run, this long run that these seniors have been on, they have never played an extra innings game in the sub-state round. They're in an extra inning game now, a throw, pretty good one, but back in time is Holroyd. First throw we've seen behind a runner today by Red Bank. Here's Evan Huddleston. Has 2 singles, 1 on a bunt, and he's been hit by a pitch. Reached in all 3 appearances. Alvarez, a couple of glances. First pitch, good one. Dots up the outside corner at 80 miles an hour. So it's location, location, location for Alvarez. Got that good breaking ball off the fastball.
And it is still Bruni behind the plate.
That one went right back to it, maybe a little bit further out. 83 on the gun, and he got the call. It's 0-2. And again, Huddleston, he's not swinging until it's 0-2, it seems like. Fallon on deck next. 0-2. In the dirt, swung on and missed, strike 3. Nowhere to go, and Alvarez gets a big first out of the inning.
That is big. Goes with that breaking ball down and away. Unable to catch a piece of it to stay alive. Still for the Bees, you got a base runner on and 1 out, and now you're back to the top of the lineup.
Justin Fallon doubled in his first AB, first pitch of the game, walked, he's struck out and flown out. First appearance against Alvarez. Typically, he likes the higher velo guys. We'll see if that holds up. Obviously, it's a big change in velocity. And he'll be trying to get one back after coming in and struggling a little bit on the mound. Waves and misses at that one. It's 0-1.
Yeah, that slider is really, really good.
It's hard. It's only 71, but it has a lot of quick movement on it. It's really good action for Alvarez. Throw over again. Pretty good one, but it bounced in, and that one may have bounced into the gut of Holroyd. So time is called as he can regather himself. And at this point for the Bees, as the road team, every top inning, there's a lot of pressure on you to score because all it takes is one. You get a little pressure and then start to grip the baseball tighter on the other side with the opportunity to walk it off for the home team from here on out.
We already saw Tullahoma beat Saudi Daisy in extras.
0-1. Great pitch. He's dotting up the outside corner, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, going to that bottom part of the zone again, and that's Slider, it rips across, starts on the inside part, all the way across.
He's got the goods. You see why. The 0-2 to Fallon. Went right back to it. Swung on and missed. 83-mile-an-hour fastball, and Alvarez has back-to-back punch-outs. Here comes Chris Worsing trying to solve him.
He's an ace for a reason. Justin Fallon gives a few words of advice to Chris Worsing, and Worsing going to see if he can figure out Alvarez on the mound.
And away. Keeping it away right now is Alvarez.
Now, if you're the Bees, you got to use that and be looking. Let it travel a little bit. Take it that way to right field.
Worsing has an RBI single. He's been hit by a pitch, popped out and grounded out. 5th appearance of the day. Top of the 8th. That one misses low and outside on that slider again, and it's 1-0. The Bees just need one, and they can give Alec Wilson the ball and try to slam the door. If not, they need him to keep it at 0. Here's the 1-0. That one misses away. Everything away for Alvarez.
Yeah, he's not gone on the inside part of the plate at all, unless he starts a breaking ball there and moves it.
14 pitches. And again, if the Bees they feel great if they could get into the 9th, even if Alvarez works clean here. 2-0. Spikes in, and now Holroyd going to move into scoring position on the wild pitch.
And that's really, really big because now you got that runner, like you said, in scoring position. You didn't have to swing the bat. You didn't have to put a bunt down. You see Coach Robertson comes out.
They're going to walk him. Okay. So they will just walk Chris Worsing with a 3-0 count. Runners at first and second, puts a force at any infield bag. And Alec Wilson, who is 0 for today, 0 for 4, certainly due, going to climb in here.
Big opportunity for Alec Wilson. You mentioned it, that pitch count now up a little bit as well. Get the intentional walk, runners on first and second, force out anywhere, and you've got speed there at second base in Carson Holroyd.
So now Worsing on the intentional walk after a 3-0 count, heads down to first. Anything down in the outfield, scores Carson Holroyd and gives the lead back to the Bees. First pitch, right on the knees for strike 1. Alvarez got the good stuff. There was no question. We knew we were going to see him. He knew what to expect, and he's lived up to it despite that one wild pitch. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball and a great take by Wilson. Somehow holds those hands back, and it's 1-1.
It started right in the middle of the plate, and that's why you saw him leaning at it, and it ended up breaking off.
Alvarez up to 18 pitches. That one misses outside. 2-1. Whitwell leads Gordonsville 14-10. They're out of pitchers in Whitwell tonight in that single-A matchup.
It was 6 and 8 in the top and the bottom of the 5th.
2-1 to Alec Wilson. Big Al trying to put a big swing. Alvarez delivers. And that one, Wilson says, no way, that's a strike. He gets the call outside, and I'm just reading lips. It's 2-2.
Very similar pitches, the last 2 on that same spot.
That one hit the spot they were looking for, though, so that helps. Deuces wild, 2-2, 2-on-2 out. Alvarez delivers. That one misses outside, and we run full, 3-2.
Runner's going to be on the move with the 2 outs. Got to make sure he comes home. So it could possibly score 2, depending on how well it's hit by Alec Wilson.
3-2. Wilson just trying to put it in play against Alvarez. This may be his last batter faced one way or the other. He's hoping because they walk him off in the bottom half. Payoff pitch. Runners go. Misses. Ball 4. A Nick's Restaurant walk for Alec Wilson. And the Bees have loaded the bases now with 2 outs. And here comes rookie Allison. And he's at 21 pitches as Alvarez. And that's got to be part of the discussion from Wes Shanks to his batter.
I'm taking at least 1, maybe 2. You're taking it until you get a strike.
Because he's not. He is coming out at 25. There's no chance you're not burning your ace before 1, potentially 2 games tomorrow. First pitch, Allison offered at the breaking ball, and it was ball 1. Instead, it's 0-1. Got to have that situational awareness right now if you're the Bees. 0-1. Alvarez knows it. He's got to get the out. He's looking to throw strikes. And it's slider outside. Should be 2-0. It's 0-2. And Alvarez now look to throw that same pitch again. It hasn't been close
and he's got
on
to
the
get
swings.
it right here.
And this is pitch number 24. 0-2 to Allison. Fastball, that's gutsy. The Venezuelan ace comes on and gets a 3-pitch punch out, and now it'll be Alec Wilson's turn to try and force a 9th inning in game 1 in a best of 3, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy, UCR Media.
Looking for weekend lunch and dinner plans? Since 1971, Nick's Restaurant has been locally owned and operated. From mouth-watering prime rib to delectable ice cream pie, Nick's has it all. Their cozy atmosphere and great service will make you feel right at home. Plus, their banquet space is perfect for any event. Visit them at 895 South Jefferson Avenue or online at nickscookville.com. Nick's Restaurant is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Proudly introducing Upper Cumberland Generators for all your home power solutions. Locally owned and operated, Upper Cumberland Generators are here to make sure you have peace of mind no matter the situation. With new and reliable generators. Call 931-265-1702 for more information or to order yours today. Upper Cumberland Generators is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Juju Yano back to work here at 109 pitches. Alec Wilson's going to come on, we imagine, in this inning outside of a very quick frame for Yano. Bottom of the 8th, Red Bank needs one to win game 1 in dramatic fashion.
Absolutely. You're going to need Yano to come on, make some really good pitches. You're probably only out there for 2 batters or so. Maybe just for this 9th batter, and then it flips to the top. Maybe you go to Alec Wilson. We'll kind of see how Coach Shanks decides to go with it.
The Bees are going to want to have that last AB back. Alvarez at 21 pitches, cannot throw more than 25. 2 balls off for that, and then he got the high heat fastball, swung on and missed. It's a great AB for Alvarez, but the Bees gifted an out to Red Bank here tonight.
Well, for you, Juju Yano, Alec Wilson, get through this, you're going to get into that bullpen.
They have 11 pitches for Yano. They have 25 pitches for Wilson. They have 25 pitches for Worsing. And then who knows if they get beyond that. That's not what they're wanting to happen here. DJ Wilbur, the second baseman, 0 for 2 with a flyout and a strikeout today. Going to try and work a long count and put it in play against Yano. First pitch right there for strike 1.
Now that's what you got to do if you're Juju Yano. You have to throw strikes. Keep that pitch count down. Give yourself the best opportunity to get out of this inning.
0-1. That one bounces in, and despite what happens in this game, Juju Yano has been sensational for the Bees.
Yeah, I mean, he's still only giving up the 1 run.
Probably.
Which I guess they had a couple of base runners on.
Hindsight is 20/20. Maybe they're out of this game if he stays in, but you understood the move at the time, no question. Here comes the 1-1. That one fouled back, and it's 1-2. It has been a gutsy effort out of the senior tonight at 113 pitches now. Yano needs the KO pitch. He's trying to get out number 1. That's critical. Late time called. He was in his motion, but it's granted. And we'll do it again at 1-2. Tremendous game. If the whole series is like this, we're going to have the best series in the state.
I mean, we had a great game in the Bees last game as well against Lawrence County.
Here's the 1-2. Slider. This one rolled weakly foul, and we'll do it again.
That's a tremendous job to sit back on that because he was already kind of stepping in that timing. I don't know if you saw the video of Fernando Tatis Jr. from yesterday.
Yes.
He put it down and had to reset and still
it.
able to hit a home run. Obviously not same result, but still did a good job to stay alive in the AB.
Yano, the 1-2. Rocks and fires. Fastball laid off, and this is exactly what the Bees needed to do in the last inning. It's 2-2.
You got to work the counts, and obviously Red Bank, knowing that, been able to do so here early on.
6 pitches left for Yano. He's at 114. At 120, he has to come out. The 2-2. Swung on, sent up into the air. Should be no problem for Justin Fallon, and it isn't for out number 1.
That's an important first down. Now it flips back to the top. We'll see if there's a change or if they leave him out there for one batter.
West Shank starts to make a move. Yano says no. He's got 5 pitches, and West Shank says okay. So 5 left against the leadoff batter, Tremel Davis Jr.
You're going to trust that senior on the mound before you go to the next senior over at first base. And Yano's got to make the most of these pitches right here.
5 pitches left. Davis singled back to open up the game. Was caught stealing and then struck out and flown out since then. First pitch misses outside for ball 1, and Davis talking to Yano. If they keep talking, Alec Wilson's going to come on here and have a few things to say because he loves to do that this year. 4 pitches left for Juju. That's right there for strike 1. It's 1-1. 3 pitches left for Yano. But he can finish the batter, as Petey says, I think. I'm not sure.
You get a max of 120.
No, he has to come out at 120. I hope the Bees know that in that dugout as it's 2-1. 2 pitches left, and it's time to come get him if you're West Shanks. At 2-1. 2 pitches left. He's at 118. That one misses, ball 3, and it's time to come get him, and it's exactly what's about to happen. No option. You're at 119, that's it. Yano wants to stay, but he has to come. It's a 3-1 count to the leadoff batter in the order, and Upperman's going to go to their ace when we come back. Big Al to the mound for the Bees. Don't go anywhere.
Turf Masters Landscape Management has been serving the Upper Cumberland since 1996. They offer a variety of services, including lawn maintenance, landscape design and installation, landscape lighting, irrigation systems, and more. For more information, contact Matt Wilson at 931-261-1587 today. Turf Masters Landscape Management is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. The Real Estate Collective Auction Group offers expertise in a variety of services, including real estate, personal property, equipment, and nonprofit benefit auctions. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their upcoming auctions at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective Auction Group is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Call to the bullpen for West Shanks. Juju Yano's day is done at 119 pitches, and they give the ball to their right-handed ace, the classification's leader in wins, Alec Wilson, to the mound. 9-2 on the season. This is his 3rd relief appearance, his 2nd in the last 2 games for the Bees. A 1.82 ERA, 11 starts, 6 complete games, 3 shutouts and a save, 94 strikeouts to 18 walks, 17 earned runs on the season, with opponents hitting .229 against Big Al, who's trying to get into the 9th inning for the Bees.
Well, obviously he came in a tough situation against Lawrence County in that winner go-home game in the region tournament consolation game. Had to face 3, 4, and 5. Bedford to start it off. Strikeout, pop out, able to get out of it. Tough situation here. Already a 3-1 count to the leadoff batter with a ton of speed.
Tremel Davis Jr., the leadoff batter, as you mentioned, ahead in the count 3-1. It's a tough spot to check in if you're Alec Wilson, but he'll try and manage it and keep the base paths empty. Got to have a good pitch, and he is. That one's a strike. 3-2. Davis, I've noticed, never thinks it's a strike on a pitch that he's taken tonight. He has stepped out and said something about all of them. Fastball, curveball, changeup for Wilson. The 3-2 fouled off, and we'll do it again. He threw that changeup against Alex Bedford. We both went, huh? I said it was the fastball. It wasn't. It was a changeup for him.
That time was the fastball. Just came inside with it.
He's going to be a pitcher at Carson Newman next year. He's been sensational this year. 3-2 pitch coming home. Misses ball 4, and the winning run on base. And he's got a ton of speed, and here comes Anier Alvarez trying to finish it for the Red Bank Lions.
It'll be really interesting to see how they play this now, already being thrown out on the base path a couple of times. Yep. But that's the winning run, and there's 1 out in the inning.
And we also mentioned it for Alvarez. It's true for Wilson as well. He does not have many pitches. He has 25, and then he's done. He's absolutely coming out at 25. First pitch fouled back by Alvarez, who's 0 for 2 today. A walk, a run scored, and a couple of strikeouts. 0-1 for Wilson. We'll see the pitch count. I don't think that one's right that Petey's got because he hasn't thrown that many pitches yet. We'll ask Young here in a moment. This is the 5th pitch for Alec Wilson. 0-1. There's that breaking ball. He loves it. Bringing it inside, but said it missed a little bit up. Did the umpire, and it's 1-1.
It did just a little bit,
yep.
But the good thing is you changed the eye level, and now you've presented it. Hey, we've got it.
1-1. Wilson glances a couple of times. Slides and fires. Fastball popped way up and out of play, maybe. Wilson going to give it a look, but it will get out. And it's 1-2. You need that strikeout stuff for Alec Wilson. And here's the game plan if you're the Bees. Find a way to get out of this. Put a run up in the 9th and bring Chris Worsing on to win the baseball game in the bottom of the 9th inning.
Yep. Yeah, if that's the thing. If you're able to get out of it, you're still going to have another pitcher come in next.
Or you need 2 quick outs by Alec Wilson to give him a chance to come out.
Or double play.
1-2. Swung on, weakly rolled foul. We'll do it again.
I mean, these Red Bank batters, they just don't go down easy.
Well, this is the toughest part of the order. Alvarez and then Barkaloo, who started the rally with the ridiculous count he worked, fouling off pitches, and then hit a single up the middle, prompted a change. Then Red Bank was able to get the 2 runs. Upperman is settled down, but now the potential winning run is at first. He's got a ton of speed. Here's the 1-2 to Alvarez again. Wilson delivers. This one rolled over to third. That's a foul ball. Chris Worsing is now at third. Carson Shoup is at first. That's the change for the Bees with Wilson on the mound.
Chris Worsing and Coach Roberson about clashed over there in foul territory.
Alvarez battling. He's running that pitch count up again. The Bees do have one more big arm they can go to. That's it. They've got other bullpen arms. Allow the throw over. Shoot with the tag, but he's back in time as Davis Jr.
I think that was more. You're just saving that from going into the foul
he
territory.
did a great job to grab it. Because with that speed, he's probably at third if that gets away. Another 1-2 to Alvarez. Got him. No. Foul tip. We'll do it again.
I mean, just barely.
This game has been incredible. The
Really
game we had on Saturday night was awesome. This game, in many ways, has topped it.
We're nearing 3 hours.
And it has flown by. The 1-2 for Wilson again. Swung on. This one's popped up. Going to be a tough play. In foul territory, Shoup tracking it and makes the catch. He gets Alvarez out, and here comes Barkaloo, who's going to try to end it with one swing of the bat.
And that's really important because now you just focus on the batter. Obviously, you got a lot of speed out there at first, but you've got 2 outs. Try to get the batter out and get out of the inning.
10 pitches for Alec Wilson so far.
So if you're able to get a quick out here, maybe you bring it back out.
He's got 15 remaining. Barkaloo, he's got 2 singles today and an RBI. First pitch, great pitch. Inside corner, strike one.
Yeah, you got him to go around anyways, even if it was just a little bit in.
That one looked like the changeup to me.
It's
a little slower. It had that tailing action away from the right-handed pitcher as he throws it home. The 0-1. Check swing. Strike 2. We mentioned the Bees love their depth of arms, but it's different today because you're maxed out at that. You have that hard cap of 25 for your big 4.
You technically are allowed to, but
you're not going to.
For tomorrow.
You are not going to. They do have Carson Holroyd and Rookie Allison and guys who can throw. Braden Wolke threw well in his last outing. The 0-2, runner goes, breaking ball, called, strike 3. Big Al with a big flex, and we head to the 9th. More extra innings, all tied up at 3 in game 1 of a best of 3 on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate, quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine Team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Tee Up is the Upper Cumberland's brand new indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. You want to know how you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teeupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
The moves continue. Coach Roberson has to go somewhere else, and he does this time as he goes to his number 3 option, Braden Stoltz. Behind him, we start to have questions, just like we were talking about with the Bees on the other side. He's probably capped out at 25 as well. He'll face off against Shoup, Yano, and Green. 5, 6, and 7 as the Bees try to get at least one. Alec Wilson will have 12 or so pitches in the next half inning if he comes back out to throw before the Bees go to Chris Worsing.
Well, and for Stoltz, he's a freshman on the mound, a 5-1 record this year. This is his 11th appearance this season, 3.29 ERA, 38 1/3 innings pitched. He's given up 25 runs, 18 of them earned, 44 strikeouts and 18 walks, 31 hits in there, and a 208 batting average against.
And he's firing in about 75 on the gun. Another lanky kid, a freshman on the mound in a big spot. The Bees, they've been all over the base paths. They've left 13 runners on base in this game. Just 2 so far for the Lions, but they capitalized when they had their opportunity in the first inning and in the 7th to force extras, and now it's a war.
Well, and before this, we mentioned Tullahoma and Saudi Daisy. They went to extra innings. Tullahoma able to get the 1-0 victory. They're now into game number 2. They're playing 2 today, but they won 1-0 in 9. Obviously, Tullahoma, the home team in that game. Bees looking to get a run across here against that number 3 starter now for Red Bank.
Coming up on the 3-hour mark of this ball game, we are in the 9th. We only play 7 in Tennessee high school baseball, but we're playing 9 today. It's the first extra inning game we've had, Jacob, all season long.
It is indeed.
And
we almost had it between White County and Still Memorial.
And it comes
they were
in
able to walk it
game
off.
1 of the sub-state round in a best of 3. Carson Shoup climbing in. He's 0 for today. Only reached once on a fielder's choice, grounded out. Everything's been on the ground for Shoup.
And breeze picking up.
It is, and it's blowing in again. I can feel it in the press box. Crowd has thinned out a little bit, which is surprising. Maybe they've shifted some, but out of the grandstands.
Worsing is warming up.
Chris Worsing in the pen. If you got him, fire him. That's exactly what Shanks is going to do right now. But Alec Wilson threw 13 pitches, so he has 12 available in the bottom of the 9th. Question is, will it be with a lead or not? First pitch for Stoltz. It's a nasty breaking ball, and Shoup lays off for ball 1 as it missed outside.
Very similar to Alec Wilson's breaking ball.
It's a little more slidery, but yes, a lot of movement on it. Put some respect on that curveball for Wilson. 1-0, he threw it again. That time he gets the call across the zone, 1-1. I'm going to run out of room on this stat sheet if we go to a 10th inning.
We're going to the next page.
Yep. The 0-1. That's right down Main Street. Great pitch. Shoup watched strike 2. That's the best pitch he's going to have to hit probably. It's 1-2.
3 straight breaking balls as well, so you can go absolutely anywhere on 1 and 2.
He's got that wide stance and sets and deals the 1-2. Do it again. Didn't quite get it to dot the zone. 2-2.
Anything close, you got to be swinging.
What a game. This has been one of the games of the year across the state. And still have no clue who's going to win it. Here's the 2-2. Slider. Shoup rolls this one over, and it's just foul. We'll do it again. First time Shoup's taking a hack at it.
For the Bees, they're trying to work some ABs that Red Bank did as well. When you get to these 2 strikes, you're fouling off anything and everything.
We watched the pitch count for Stoltz. He's at 5 right now in this first AB. 2-2. Slider. Called strike 3. Dove right into the corner of the zone. Shoup stepped out, and a big punch out for Braden Stoltz.
That's one where it looks like it's coming right at you, but again, it's breaking enough that it just catches that back corner. You got to at least give it a little check swing to maybe foul it off.
And I think that was a strike, Jacob. It dove back in. I mean, it's a really good pitch. You got to offer at it if it's that close at 2 strikes.
Absolutely.
Juju Yano, he's had 2 hits in his last 2 appearances, a double and a single. First pitch, fastball. That one misses low. 1-0.
First fastball we've seen.
Green on deck behind him. You're trying to put pressure on if you're the Bees. Get a base runner. Don't just let him work free and clear. It's the 1-0. That one misses. 2-0. Fastball hadn't been there. Maybe that's why we've seen more of the breaking ball early. Again, that pitch count, we're watching it. Up to 8. So 17 more for him. Here's the 2-0 to Yano. Breaking ball doesn't quite fall in, but again, it's fooling the hitters. And Stoltz wants to know where it missed. Umpire says inside. 3-0.
And that one even, I think, was a little bit more up than the one to Carson Shoup as well.
Looks like it's going to hit you.
It does.
It's tough.
Starts right at you.
3-0 to Yano. Fastball. Gets the call. That's a 3-0 strike. Maybe a little out, but no problem. 3-1. Braden Green behind him. We're not giving the score update the Goose just said. Nobody cares. 3-1 to Yano. Stoltz kicks and deals. Ball 4 bounces in, and the Bees do put some pressure on, and Yano tries to fire up his teammates on a Nick's Restaurant walk.
Yeah, that's big. Obviously, you worked a pretty long AB in the first one from Carson Shoup. He strikes out, and now long one there for Juju Yano, who makes his way down to first. Braden Green has a rip today. He's looking for another one.
1 for 4 is Braden Green on an RBI single back in the 6th. Thought it was the one that gave him the win. It was not. Red Bank fired back, showing great resilience on their home field, but now it's a war between these two. 1 out, top of the 9th. Yano takes his lead. Stoltz out of the stretch for the first time. Yano takes off. Throw down. Pretty good one. Diving in safely is Juju Yano. A big Turf Master stolen base for the senior B.
That is really big right there. And that was that breaking ball across again. I think it came in there for a strike.
8th stolen base of the season for Yano. It is. He just signaled strike, so it's 0-1. I thought that pitch was outside, but they called it a strike. Yano dove in safely, though. He's now 8 for 8 on the season. Doesn't run too much, but got a great jump there, and that's a big move for the Bees. The 0-1. Slider misses low. 1-1, and now again taking pitches is Green. 13 for Stoltz.
And that was a good pitch to steal on as well. That big looping curveball going to come in a little bit lower in the velocity. Coach Shanks trying to get Braden Green to step out and ask for the count. Says it's 1-1.
That's the confusion over that curveball on the throwdown. Stoltz here in relief. He could start a game if we play 3 tomorrow. The 1-1. Slider, check swing. He offered at it. Yano going to head down to third, though. That's big for the Bees. Green going to try and put it in the outfield and give Upperman a 4-3 advantage. They will appeal down, and they say he didn't go. And that now puts the count where it should be because the first pitch missed, and Green offered at that. So it's 2-1, where we should be, in my humble opinion. And I'm the one with the headset.
That's big now because if another one gets past, you might have a play at the plate or put it to the outfield.
Hey, if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, hit that share button. This is a great game. People are going to want to watch it. 2-1 to Braden Green. Infield in for the Lions. This one up into the air. Could be a tough play. Center fielder has a long way to go. He's there in time. Yano tagging. Here's the throw. Not in time. An RBI sac fly for Braden Green. Gives Upperman a 4-3 advantage.
And you saw the celebration from Braden Green. He didn't care that he flew out. He did his job, brought the run across, and you said it. That's all you're looking for. Get one across. Ease that tension a little bit when you throw your pitcher back out on the mound and give yourselves a chance for a win.
RBI number 17 of the season, and now Alec Wilson has an opportunity to get a win tonight. And he'll have 12 pitches,
tomorrow.
And Chris Worsing behind him, but 12 pitches for Wilson. They have a lead. They would love more. To do it, they're going to have to rally a little bit. Nobody on with 2 outs. Great small ball by the Upperman Bees. Carson Holroyd climbs in. He's been great this entire postseason. Waves and misses at that one. It's 0-1.
And again for Stoltz, that's freshman on the mound. Biggest spot he's been in this season in his career.
That's a tremendous job by Braden Green to get that in the air in the outfield. Here's the 0-1. Slider, maybe a fastball rather, waved at and missed. Either way, it's 0-2.
It was moving, 69.
Okay, I'm not totally off. I mentioned I don't have my glasses today. Now I'm starting to see my reflection. So it's going to be some interesting calls right now.
The windows are nice and clean.
Oh, thank you. Hey, we're clean now in Baxter. They're cleaner than this, actually, in Baxter. Somehow. Never thought I'd say that. Comes the 0-2. Slider swung on and missed. That will retire the side. But for the second time, the Bees have a chance to close out the game in the bottom half. We head to the bottom of 9. It's 4-3 Upperman in Game 1 in the best of 3. This is a Class 3A sub-state round matchup presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Are you looking for the best dining experience in the Upper Cumberland? Visit Fire and Vine in Cookeville's historic West Side. Fire and Vine offers great service and a unique menu, including mouth-watering deep dish pizza, delectable beef, chicken, fish, and more. Take in stunning views from the rooftop while enjoying your meal. Come and experience the charm and flavor of Fire and Vine, your new favorite spot for a memorable dining experience. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Alec Wilson trying to finish the game. Upperman now leads 4-3 on a clutch RBI sac fly from Braden Green. It's 4-5-6 due up for the Red Bank Lions in their first sub-state appearance since 2012. The Bees in their fourth consecutive trip to sub-state, trying to get their third trip to state in the past 4 seasons.
About 10 or 11 pitches, 12 pitches max left for Alec Wilson. So 2 batters, maybe 3 if you're able to get quickly, but Red Bank is going to know that. They're going to be working some of these counts.
We've mentioned Petey. He does an unbelievable job on stat. Thank you very much to young Holroyd. behind us as well as the pitch count. Everybody's making sure it's
making
straight.
sure they're spot on.
We very much appreciate Young with score updates and the pitch count behind us. Half the press box boys. We can hear the others, especially one. Yep. Especially one of the press box boys. It is a lot
Two
quieter.
out of the 4 up here, 2 more down there.
Sean Bruni going to come on here. Has walked once, flown out twice. Alec Wilson has 12 pitches remaining. He's thrown 13. He's starting the first game tomorrow. That one's across for strike 1, but the Bees have an ace in their hole. Chris Worsing can come up next. We mentioned the depth of pitching all season long. They need it tonight. 0-1, breaking ball misses, 1-1.
That's a good eye. Again, Red Bank has been doing that all game long, not really chasing anything out and away. They've chased a little bit up, and that's about it. 10
pitches for Alec Wilson. Here's the 1-1. 9 pitches as that one bounces in, and it's 2-1. And you wonder if they made the mistake, in my opinion, of coming in it counts. Do they make a move after this AB and just give Chris Worsing a fresh count for the young sophomore? We'll see, especially depending on what happens. Here's the 2-1. That one ripped, angling towards the gap. Fallon is to it in a hurry. Runner looking for 2, no. Slams the brakes, game-winning run to the plate, tying run on with nobody out. And here comes Andre Bassino.
And that's a really good job. Good job by Justin Fallon as well. Good decision to stay at first base, not run yourself into an out. So now you got a runner on, and you're going to try to move him over.
8 pitches left for Alec Wilson. Bassino, 0 for 3 today. Grounded out, struck out twice.
And you would love a ground ball here. So you're going to be trying to throw these kind of low in the zone, trying to get him to chop down on him.
You have Yano at second, of course, or at short rather. Green at second. Great first pitch. Fastball across, strike 1.
Just throw right down the middle, that works too.
Probably the last batter faced by Alec Wilson tonight, either way. Here's the 0-1. Oh, he got him. He got him totally fooled, and it's 0-2. Wilson, mentioned now just behind Tootin, who pitched earlier today for the state's lead in strikeouts. He's the state's leader in wins in the classification. Here's the 0-2. Misses up. 1-2. This would be a win. And he's going to try and turn around. If he can win this one, turn around and try to win the game tomorrow. Red Bank says not so fast, my friend. Lions have been super clutch in this game. The 1-2. Called strike 3. Fastball at the knees for Alec Wilson. It's a Thompson machinery. And Cat Rental Store strikeout. 4 pitches remaining for Alec Wilson. And is this Wes Shank's time to come out and get Chris Worsing, or is he going to let him throw 4 to Braden Stoltz?
Looks like he's letting him go with 4 here, seeing if he can't get a ground ball, maybe get out of this one before you bring Chris Worsing in.
If he goes past 25, he can't throw tomorrow. He's not going past 25. He's at 21 now. First pitch to Stoltz, right there for strike 1, and Alec Wilson's about to throw 3 straight strikes. Stoltz has walked and struck out twice. Bottom half of the order now here for Red Bank. Runner at first presents the game-tying run. Bottom 9, we're in extras. Swung on and missed, 0-2. Wilson has 2 pitches remaining. He can throw more, he's just not going to. Wilson, the 0-2. Swung on and missed. Throw behind the runner. He's back in time. It's another Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout. Big Al does the job, and now it's going to be a save situation for Chris Worsing when we come back. Don't go anywhere.
Proudly introducing Upper Cumberland Generators for all your home power solutions. Locally owned and operated, Upper Cumberland Generators are here to make sure you have peace of mind no matter the situation. With new and reliable generators. Call 931-265-1702 for more information or to order yours today. Upper Cumberland Generators is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. The Quality Family, a local company supporting and caring for our local communities. The Quality Family offers services to get you back to the game. From bracing to oxygen and everything in between, we can meet your medical equipment needs with Buckeye Home Medical Equipment. If you have an in-home need for strength and conditioning, for example after a surgery or injury, Quality Home Health is available to provide individualized care while you are on the mend. For those with end-of-life diseases, Quality Hospice is available to provide nurturing care during those difficult times. Choose the Quality family of services for care within your community. Visit thequalityfamily.com to navigate all we have to offer you.
We expected to see Upperman's four-headed monster in this tournament. We've seen him today. All four big arms for the Bees will have pitched after the first pitch for the young sophomore right-hander, the California kid, Chris Worsing to the mound. Stop me if you heard this before. He's been great. A 2.06 ERA, 7-3. This is his 14th appearance. That's tied with Alec Wilson for the team lead. He has 4 complete games, 60 strikeouts to 20 walks in 54 innings. Runner at first, 2 outs. 1 out for Chris Worsing. The Bees take game 1, and they only have to win 1 of 2 tomorrow.
Focusing on the batter. Obviously, that runs a big one over at first, but you're really trying to get that batter out because that's the winning run at the plate for Red Bank. So you got to make some good pitches if you're Chris Worsing again. Max at 25. If he throws 25, they're in trouble.
Yep.
So
yeah, no, Chris Worsing is the last pitcher Upperman's going to throw
yes.
tonight, likely one way or the other. Here's Tavion Bonds. He singled back in the second, struck out twice since then. Here is attempt number 4 and his first against Chris Worsing. Runner at first. That was a leadoff single for Bruni. But then a strikeout by Alec Wilson, who did what Alec Wilson does. Battled in. He threw 24 pitches. He will start game 1 tomorrow at 4 o'clock Central Time. Worsing out of the stretch. He's comfortable there. First pitch, little low. Ball 1. But not a bad pitch for Worsing. He's had to deal with traffic. His defense early in the season totally failed him. He's not that 1-2-3 guy, but he works through. This one chopped over to Green. Fields cleanly. Throw to first, and the Bees are a game away from the state tournament. They get it done in extras. It's 4-3.
What a win by the Upperman Bees. A big celebration. They know how big that one was, but they also know it's just 1 of 2 that they need. Sets you up in the driver's seat, and what a job by the Upperman Bees to get the job done in extras. Final score 4-3.
A tremendous high school baseball game tonight. If this whole series is like this, we're in for a treat. It took extras. Red Bank rallied down 2 in the 7th. They get 2, but again, the experience and the depth of arms for the Upperman Bees shines through today. They'll be looking to rely on them tomorrow. Tons of interesting stat lines out of this ball game tonight, Jacob.
Absolutely. Mentioned the 4-3 victory, but you said it. The four-headed monster in the pitchers that they used started with Yano, went to Fallon, then Wilson, and Worsing gets the job done. Worsing's going to get the win. The state leader in the classification in wins adds another one. We'll have a chance tomorrow. But it starts with Juju Yano. He set him up to win this game. 7 strong innings, 5 hits, 2 runs across, both earned 2 walks and 11 strikeouts. Of course, they went to Fallon and Wilson. Wilson does get the win on 1 1/3 with 1 hit, no runs, no walks, 3 Ks.
It is the 10th victory of the season for Alec Wilson. He leads the classification, and he will get the ball tomorrow at 4 o'clock Central Time, as will Alvarez on the other side. It's going to be a pitching match you will not want to miss, but a huge one. The Bees knew last year they lost a close one at Signal Mountain. It put them so far behind the 8 ball that they weren't able to recover. They get win in game 1 here tonight, just like they did 3 years ago against East Hamilton. Lost game 2, turned around and won game 3. They'll be looking for a repeat of that here this week. Tremendous effort by the Red Bank Lions. I mean, unbelievable. Their rally, but again, the professional approach of the Bees shine through in extra innings.
Yeah, it was a great outing from Bruni, who went the first 6 innings, only allowed those 3 runs. He had 5 strikeouts in there as well, but he kept him in it the whole way through. The Bees just able to kind of lean on him, get it done in extras. It is indeed Juju Yano for the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game. Not only was he really good on the mound, he got the job done at the plate. 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored as well. Obviously, both of those huge, and just a gutsy effort for the Upperman Bees in game number 1.
We are in for a treat tomorrow, but first, keep your eyes on UpperCumberlandReporter.com. Goose was here tonight. Coverage coming, photos, story, and more to the website and our social media channels. You're not going to want to miss that. And then we hope you'll join us tomorrow. Hey, listen, if you own a business, you saw the viewership tonight. Tremendous advertising spots available on the games tomorrow. Send us a message. We'd love to have you. Plenty of space. Spring Fling's coming up. It gets expensive. Come and help us out, and we can help advertise your business. Thank you to Gentry's Power Equipment for being a presenting sponsor of our postseason tournament coverage here from Red Bank. 1, potentially 2 tomorrow, but it's the Bees taking game 1 in extras. Final score, Upperman 4, Red Bank 3. What a night. We'll see you again once again tomorrow night. Until then, I'm Noah McKay for Jacob Vincent to my right and everybody at UCR. Have a great night, everybody.